Let me see. Okay, upcoming shows.
For setting up your meeting on YouTube Live, it says. Done. All right,
Okay.
we're on.
All right, so I got
Hell
turn.
yeah, we're on. I see us on. Let me
Okay.
turn on my Zoom though. All right, let me close this shit.
And nobody's here.
We just started.
Yeah.
All right. Dog sitting today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I hear audio. Is that on your end?
No, I got mine turned down.
I got everything turned off here.
Yeah, I got my YouTube muted.
See, you don't hear that?
Yeah, no, I can hear it, but I'm just saying on mine, I've got my YouTube muted.
Oh, okay. I think I just figured it out. Hey,
I can,
everybody, it's YouTube Live.
yeah. Hey, Hannah Montana's here. Dave Battis, I think. Catman. Oh, that's Bang Tango, who I still think could be Terrence, but I'm not sure.
Don't utter the guy's name, man.
Okay.
Seriously, how many shows did he do with us? What, 10?
Yeah, but this guy keeps talking about him.
10 years ago, and he did yeah, it's been 10 years. It was like 10 episodes, and he still comes up, and it sucks. I wish he would stop coming up. I forgot about him. Why won't you?
Jimmy James Schwartz here.
I'm dog sitting.
John.
Right here, right here. Look at this little, this cutie. His name is Kiddo. Kiddo.
Ah.
Kiddo. All right.
What beer are you drinking? I'm drinking my Rolling Rock. And lots of it. So a bunch of good evenings and how yous doings and no questions so far though, other than what beer I'm drinking. So there you go. All right, come on. Where's the good questions?
Oh,
I warned if this shit sucked, if you guys sucked. So we need the good topics.
well, I saw Deep Purple,
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
was
that
awesome.
was amazing. That was
Yes,
we talked about that on the last episode though, didn't we?
no, we talked about it on Almost Human Live
Ah,
because it
but
was
I'm
past Wednesday. I saw it.
yeah. I'm glad it was amazing though, and you put out the video about it too. I'm really happy that that Simon McBride is awesome as I thought he was going to be.
He was amazing.
Jimmy James Schwartz wants to know what we've been listening to this week. I've been listening to a lot of what's it called, Ralph? Nickelodeon thrash or whatever.
Nickelodeon thrash.
Yeah, I've been listening to Testament all fucking week since the last episode. Man, been loving it. Testament and the new Deep Purple. Still listen to that, but listen to a lot of Testament, man. Love that fucking Nickelodeon metal. What about you, Ralph? What you been listening to?
Yes,
Right on.
a lot of yes.
Ah.
Zeke. I listened to Zeke quite a bit, and what was I listening to yesterday? Oh, Dead Again. Merciful Fate. Great album. It's like my least favorite Merciful Fate album, and it's still a great album.
Yeah, I need to check that out, but I think that's the least one I've listened to.
I haven't heard it in a long time, and I put it on yesterday. I was like, this is a great album. It is a great. They have a perfect discography, man. You know?
Let's see. Ed Uberto wants to know who is the passive. I have no idea what he means. He wants to know who is the passive. I don't know what that means.
Passive aggressive?
I don't know. I think he made a comment once before that we were gay and who was the bottom, who was the top kind of thing.
Oh,
Maybe. It's a gay joke.
He's a curious fag.
Oh God! Oh, my stalker, Mark Daly's here. Oh God! Uh, Jean-Paul Bourdon wants to know. There's an upcoming remake of Creature of the Black Lagoon. Any thoughts on that?
No, I like to see it because I love the original.
Yeah, me too. I don't have too much faith in remakes,
Oh,
and I saw.
I went to the theater and saw that Alien movie.
Did you like it?
Well, I liked when the face huggers showed up, which was a little later in the movie, and it was
Yeah.
really
No spoilers here,
no.
please, because I want to see it.
Well, all right, I won't spoil it, but for me, in my opinion, it was a slow start. Then it was a lot of kick-ass stuff.
Ah!
Face huggers showed up, and then it got lame at the end.
Okay. Looking forward to it. But yeah, Creature of the Black Lagoon, we'll see. I saw a horrible, horrible fucking movie last night. Oh my God. One of the worst I've ever seen. The new Twisters, the second one. Oh my God. It was so fucking bad.
I never seen the first one.
I liked it. I put it off for years because I thought it looked like some Hollywood fucking garbage, but I actually ended up really enjoying it. Probably, a lot to do with Bill Paxton. I love him. But yeah, this new one was absolutely fucking horrendous.
Well,
Let's see here.
I came in very late for this, and I
Yeah.
saw it for the first time yesterday, and it was fucking amazing. Terrifier.
The first one or the second one?
First one.
Oh, you gotta see the second one, man. Holy shit.
Well, the first one was fucking amazing.
Oh, you'll really like the
first
second
horror
one.
movie I've seen in a long time that was interesting.
Yeah. The second one, it's long. It's especially for a horror movie. I think it's like over 2 hours. They probably could have trimmed it up a little bit, but it's like everything you liked about the first one just cranked up to the next level. And they got the third one is coming out in a couple months, I believe.
Well, I really enjoyed it, and I don't get psyched with horror movies. What's the last horror movie I liked that wasn't Terrifier was damn, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I don't like too much new shit. I did like Late Night with the Devil was pretty good.
I don't know. It drags for me, man.
You didn't like it?
No, and I saw they were trying to do a throwback 70s thing with it.
Right.
But to me, it dragged too much. I wasn't, took forever to get started with the fucking devil and stuff,
Yeah. I don't mind slow burns though. But
I do.
I liked it better than my wife. Oh, this is funny. Boombox Guru wants to know what's Nickelodeon metal. Well, in Ralph's crazy opinion, Testament is Nickelodeon metal because it's bargain basement bitch thrash. That's not real.
Nickelodeon thrash.
Yeah, I do not agree.
Yeah, well, if you don't agree and everybody out there doesn't agree, it's no different than you guys encountering a fucking Black Album fan going, no, the Black Album's the best. You don't know what you're talking about. It's no different. You guys look like nerd fucking never got laid Black Album fans.
So there's your answer.
I don't care. There was somebody left a comment going, oh man, you say Testament Disney and you like Hardwired? I was like,
yeah, I saw that.
and I'm like, Hardwired is the band that Testament copied. And if Testament was to release Hardwired, you'd be all over it. Give me a fucking break. You're a poser. You're a Disney thrash fan. You're no different than Ian. Total poser.
So there you go. Scribble wants to know your favorite serial killer documentary.
Well, it wasn't really a documentary. It was a movie. I love that Jeffrey Dahmer movie. I think it was on Netflix, the movie.
Oh, yeah, the miniseries? Yeah, that was like a mini. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that shit was really good. I like that. I like Deliberate Stranger. the old '80s one with Mark Harmon as Ted Bundy. To Catch a Killer. Again, not documentary, TV movie, but with Brian Dennehy playing John Wayne Gacy. I like serial killer shit when done right. You know, Netflix stuff is pretty good. You know, A&E's all right, but it's A&E, so they can only show so much. But yeah, anything on serial killers I like. There needs to be more. And they need to target the homeless. That's what I want. I want a serial killer that just kills the homeless.
I like Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, even though it's not a real serial
great movie. Great fucking movie.
That movie should look. I'm not woke in any way, but there is a scene in that movie that's kind of like, dude, that shouldn't be shown. And there's a scene in Henry where he's describing to the Otis how to be successful at serial killing.
Yeah.
Kill, leave. Kill strangers, leave. Go to another state, kill a stranger, go to another state, they'll never catch you that way. And believe me, there's a lot of serial killers that haven't been caught that live like that.
Yeah. Let's see. Mark Daly. Hey guys, I'm a big fan of cock rock. Does that mean I'm gay? No, sucking dick means you're gay. So yes, you are gay. You just happen to like cock rock.
Fucking Jeff Beers. Oh, Ace Frehley's not gay. He's bisexual.
Yeah.
I'm like, either you suck a cock or you don't suck a cock.
To quote the great Andrew Dice Clay, you either suck dick or you do not suck dick. Hannah Montana says he's been on a Motorhead kick lately. Listen to 1916 today. Funny enough, tied with March or Die is my least favorite Motorhead album. But it's still Motorhead, so.
I love the song No Voices in the Sky, and I love the title track.
I like No Voices in the Sky and I'm So Bad, Baby, I Don't Care. I don't like the sound of that album. It's too clean for Motorhead for me. Not a fan of the production. Scribble says Twister 1 was trash. Let's see. Mark Daly says, were you guys fans of Mad Max Furiosa? I haven't watched it yet. Somebody posted on Facebook the other day the digital code for it, so I got it in 4K. Have yet to watch it, but I love the Mad Max. Well, I love the first Mad Max, and I love the Road Warrior. You know, fucking Beyond Thunderdome has its moments, but there's a lot of
that movie fucking sucked. Beyond Thunderdome, I went to the theater to see that crap.
So did I.
Horrible.
I stayed up all night. I was like in fucking junior high when that came up. I stayed up all night watching the first one and fucking Road Warrior. Then went to like the first show and I was like, what the fuck? You know? That Fury Road I thought was all right, but
that was pretty good.
I like it, but I want to see Mad Max. I don't want to see this chick shit, you know? And I think that's the kind of thing with Furiosa. Like, I knew I was going to watch it, but I wasn't going to go to the theater to see it. And it looks like everybody felt the same way I did. You know, I just think that's a bad move, man. You know, people want to see Max. And, you know, supposedly the next one was going to go back to Max, but now they don't know if it's going to get made because Furiosa didn't do shit. So who knows? Let's see what else. We're getting a lot of shit come up now. Blah, blah, blah. Been listening, Music Fan 108. I've been listening to a lot of Ozzy lately. The one I've been listening to a lot is No Rest for the Wicked. I think it's an underrated album. I like it, but very rarely listen to it.
I love it.
I very rarely listen to Ozzy solo anymore.
That's the last real Ozzy album. That was evil heavy metal Ozzy. After that, he became adult contemporary Ozzy.
Yeah, even though I would say there's a lot of shit that I do like on No More Tears, but it's too long, and there's too many songs, too many fucking ballads.
I can only think of one song, the title track.
I love that song. Jean-Paul says, Late Night with the Devil Rules, Scooped Mids. I like to call Testament wiffle ball thrash. Let's see. Catman says, I got Testament Creator and King Diamond coming up. Nice. Good shows. As Jean Paul says, he's the one who coined Nickelodeon metal. Why should Disney have all the fun? Future Squash, Podcast Kings. What's up, gents? What's up, Future Squash? Mark Daly. This one's for you, Ian, since you're a Raiders fan. Are you looking forward to the John Madden movie with Nicolas Cage as Madden? I thought it sounded awesome at first. I love fucking Nicolas Cage, man. It's either going to be amazing or absolute shit. But then I found out it's focusing on Madden, the fucking video game. And then I lost all interest. I'm like, I could give a fuck. So what's it going to be, like 2 scenes with him and the rest is about how they made a video game? It's like that movie they made about fucking Air Jordans. Who gives a fuck? Fucking nerds. Let's see. Tommy Mayer. Any Bathory fans? Yes, I don't know a whole lot, but we reviewed, I think, the first Bathory, and I really enjoyed it. But I haven't listened to much other than the first one.
I love Bathory.
Yeah, I dug it. I know a lot of people are divided on, like, they only like the first couple, and then they don't like, I guess they kind of change their sound a little bit. I don't know, but I really dug that first one.
Blood, Fire, Death is like my favorite. And a little tidbit for you people out there that are Bathory fans, and you may know this already, but maybe you don't. The album Fire in the Brain from Oz, a killer album.
Yeah.
The album covers an arm holding a skull on fire. That arm belongs to Cawthorn of Bathory.
Did not know that. Let's see. Jean Paul says, any possible episodes on Robin Trower or Mahogany Rush? I would love to do either one of those.
Yeah, I love Bridge of Sigh, and I love pretty much everything Mahogany Rush has done. But my favorite is Frank Marino's solo. Juggernaut and Power Rock and Roll.
Yeah.
And again, Mahogany Rush Live may be his greatest. But Power Rock and Roll, man, what an album.
I love Robin Trower. Thanks to you, I'm more familiar with Frank Marino's solo. But I dug, everything I heard. And that's one of those bands, like, I got the albums. I just got to set some time aside to listen to them. But I mean, that guy's amazing. And I always heard how great he was. And so many people name check him. But it wasn't until I think you turned me on to Juggernaut. And I listened to that. I was like, fucking A. That's just some good fucking rock and roll, man. Amazing guitar playing. Kind of reminds me of Ted Nugent. Not like, doesn't sound like Ted Nugent, but it's that kind of like, it's just pure rock and roll. And I fucking love that shit. Let's see. Future Squash, what's your guys' thoughts on the band Witchfinder General? I love the first album. I'm not familiar with the other shit, but the first album I fucking dig.
That's new wave of British heavy metal, Nickelodeon. That's overrated, man. Everybody loves that fucking band. I don't get it.
Johnny Neptune calls you Ralph Zappa. You do have the Zappa going on. It looks pretty good, though.
Yeah.
Let's see. Catman's talking about Lord Humongous. Love Lord Humongous from Road Warrior. Boombox Guru. That's the problem I had with Fury Road. Mad Max seemed like a side character. Exactly. I totally agree. Jimmy Schwartz, thoughts on the new Black Crowes album? I was really surprised. I was not expecting much at all, considering it's pretty much just the brothers. I mean, I know they got Sven Pippian back on bass now, but he didn't record the album. He came along afterwards. And not an original member. Johnny Colt was the bass player, but Sven's been there since the late 90s. But I was happy with it, man. Was not expecting that much. David Bostis. Ralph, I heard you recently got into Drama by Yes. It's my favorite Yes album, even though the lineup only has one album. Too bad they broke up and apart and half morphed into Asia by 82. Ian, are you a fan? I'm a casual Yes fan. I like, the shit you hear on classic rock radio, I always liked. And I like, 90210. I even like Big Generator. But it's one of those when I go back and I listen to a whole album, it's it's kind of a lot. It's kind of too fucking proggy for me to digest that much at once. But like a song here or there, I really enjoy. Wouldn't mind seeing him live. I'm glad Ralph enjoyed him because I didn't think he would, but he did. So that's awesome.
Yeah, ever since
Uh,
I saw Yes, I went on a deep dive. Well, number one, my good friend Jacob Smith donated for me to put the first Yes album against the Gentle Giant album, and then the second Yes album against the Gentle Giant album. I didn't like the second one much, but I liked the first Yes album. I thought it was pretty good.
yeah.
Nerd. The worst is that type of Thakic Ocean, whatever. That's a piece of
Oh,
shit.
oh yeah. Well, that's known as one of the worst, most pretentious albums of all time. And
Yeah, it's garbage. But I heard a couple ones, they were all right, but man, when I heard Drama, they opened the show with the opening track, Machine something.
yeah.
What a heavy song. And I'm like, fuck, dude, this is heavy. And then the rest of this album is really good that when I was finished listening to it, I bought it. And this is it. I bought the vinyl.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've heard all the other ones, and all the other ones didn't really entice me much. Drama did.
All right. Well, I will check it out. Future Squash wants to know, what do you guys think of the last Creator album from 22? Hate Uber Alice. I like it. Ralph thinks it's bratwurst thrash. But I dig it.
It wasn't bad though. I liked Metal Revolution. Is that the name of that album? And Enemy of God. I like those more, but it wasn't bad. It was all right.
Yeah, I think they're pretty consistent. I know Creator went through kind of that weird period in the '90s where they went a little alternative and shit. I like those albums as well. I mean, I think, of course, it's better when they're doing fucking thrash. Uh, but I find most of the German bands, Creator, Sodom, Destruction. They put out pretty solid releases. I think they're not like Master of Puppets level, but they're solid. The same way a lot of Overkill albums are solid and shit. But it's good shit, man. I was so glad I got to see Destruction live. They really blew me away. Really good. Glad I got to see them. Music Fan 108 wants to know, which band do you own the most T-shirts of?
Probably Kiss. It's either Kiss or Cheap Trick.
It
I
used to
would
be
say Kiss. Kiss, I got the most Kiss shirts.
It used to be Kiss. Nowadays, I don't know. I got a bunch of weird shit. Mostly like this one's fucking Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I got a lot more movie shit than band shit. I don't know. Hard to say. I got a lot of Police shirts. I got a lot of Zappa shirts. Yeah. I don't know. It's a mixed bag. Pretty varied. Let's see. Scooped Mids. Or no, I'm sorry. God damn it. It always jumps up. Have you guys seen the recent Dune movies? As a nerd who reads the books, I love them. I've seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one yet, but I want to. I liked the first one, of the Denis Villeneuve or whatever the fuck his name is. I'm still partial to David Lynch's. I've always fucking loved it. I know people who read the books are kind of like on it, but I think it's great. I'm a big Lynch fan, even though he hates it. But I know the first one, it's much more faithful to the book. But I don't know, and visually it's cool, but I like the visuals of David Lynch better. I have to say. But I'm looking forward to seeing the second one, and there's a series supposed to be coming out on HBO all about the fucking the witches and shit. But I'll check it out eventually. But yeah, good shit. You into that nerd shit at all, Ralph?
Nah.
Right. Mark Daly. I watched the Rockin' Pod video with you guys wearing Vinnie Vincent makeup. Just wondering, was that the year Vinnie Vincent was a no-show?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. That's why we did it. Wasn't necessarily he just like canceled at the last moment and he totally Vinnied out, and so we're like, fuck him, because we knew what a bad spot he put, Sinzak in as the guy, running Rockin' Pod. So we're like, fuck it. We're gonna go there. We're gonna make fun of him, and I'm like, we're gonna go and drag, because he's like transition. And Ralph's like, I ain't wearing a dress, but I did, and it was funny, especially in the bathroom. Um, yeah, good times, good times. Hannah Montana. What would you say is the best vocal performance from Ronnie James Dio?
Blood of the Kings by Manowar.
There you go.
Without a doubt, his greatest vocal performance for me is Stargazer. The way he ends that song, unbelievable. That's my favorite vocal performance.
I'm partial to Lonely is the Word. I love that. Love that shit. Scoop Mids, how many guitar picks have you guys got from concerts? I would say probably about 30 or so. I used to get a lot, not so much anymore. I'm an old fuck, I don't worry about getting up to the very front like I used to. I used to like fuck it, dude. I'd get like pinned there and and then I'd get up and fucking crowd surf when I was a lot thinner. And and shit like that. Then I get right back up to the front. But nowadays, I just chill in the back. There's not as many guitar players that I see that I want picks from real bad anyway. I got me a couple of dime ones. Those are definitely some, my favorite possessions. But yeah, I'd say probably about 30 or so. Never got, or no, I take that back. I did get one drumstick. I think I got a drumstick from Igor Cavalera. Might be my only one. What about you, Ralph?
I don't know. Maybe like 100 or so. I do have some
Nice.
episodes on my channel, Almost Human, where I show off my guitar picks. I have a bunch of dime guitar picks, Ramones, shit. Cheap Trick, I got Kazillion because during Dream Police, he throws out handfuls, and I'm always ready for him during Dream Police. And I got Eddie Van Halen pick.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got Yngwie Malmsteen. I got Chris.
When's the Eddie pick from?
2015, the last time I saw him.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yep. And Tony Iommi. I got a Tony Iommi pick.
Ooh, shit. That's
got,
badass.
Wacky Lawless. Glenn Tipton. I got an Ian Hill pick too. I got
Nice.
Gene Simmons pick from the Animalized tour. Ace Frehley pick. I caught a bunch of his. And the list goes on and on. The Ramones. I got a Johnny Ramone pick. Well, I can keep going. Lemmy. I got a Lemmy.
Ooh.
Pick. I got
Damn.
a bunch, man. Anthrax.
You know what's fucked up? I got a fucking Ace Frehley pick, and it's got like Ace's guitar on one side, and then you flip it over, and it's signed Steve Brown. I threw it back. Terrible.
And then somebody else caught it and shoved it up Ace's ass. I didn't know because
Ooh la la.
Ace likes stuff shoved up his butt.
It's true.
It's true. He's gay and he pops pills.
I'm surprised we didn't get more hate for that episode. We definitely got some views on that shit. I'm surprised we didn't get more butthurt shit. I'm going to take a piss, but I'll be right back. We got some great questions coming up. We got 37 people watching now. Let's get that number up. Spread the word. Text your friends. Let them know that we're doing this shit live, and I will be right back while Ralph entertains you.
What do I have to entertain you for? You're getting free shit. This is free. So, say hi to my boy Kiddo, the cutest dog on the planet. I love him. I love him. And the thing is, I can't put Kiddo anywhere because he has to lay on me constantly. Like if I put him over here, he'll jump. And he likes to go to sleep. That's what he's doing now. He's sleeping on me. This dog needs to have, like, he needs to touch me, or else it won't be comfortable. Right, Poopy? So, yeah, what else? I went to IHOP today, and it was terrible. Terrible service, and I didn't tip the fucker. Fuck them. And believe me, I used to work for tips. I know how important tips are. But if I did a half-ass job like that dude did today at IHOP, I'd understand if I wouldn't get tipped. Motherfucker, how do you bring somebody cold coffee? And I'm not even a coffee drinker. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. Give me a coffee. And it sucked. And the breakfast sucked. It took forever to get. I was starving. I even had to get his attention at one point, going, hey, yo, these people came here before us and they already got served. I mean, after us and they already got served. So, yeah, that's what I did today. I took my mom to IHOP and it sucked.
All right. Future Squash. What do you guys think of the thrash band Exhumer?
Love them. Exhumer is awesome. Awesome band.
I know. I know of them. I know of them. I haven't heard them though. Are they Canadian?
It's too real for Rian. No, they're not Canadian. They're American, I believe. They're awesome.
Yeah. It comes down to the vocalist, you know. If he sounds like fucking violence, then no. Who would you compare the singer of the band to?
Exhumer?
Yeah.
Probably. It's a little guttural. I don't know. I can't pick anybody. Early Millie from Creator.
Okay. Right on. Let's see. What's worse? Power metal or symphonic metal? Can't stand either genre. All sound the same. This is from Metal Hipster 800.
Symphonic metal for me. I like a lot of power metal, and then there's a lot of power metal I don't like. But symphonic metal, I don't like symphonic anything.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely symphonic. That shit's fucking terrible. Terrible. But power metal's not much fucking better. That shit sucks, all wannabe fucking Iron Maiden motherfuckers. Ugh.
Yeah. A lot of them are way better than Iron Maiden.
Well, now.
No, even in the 80s, I'd put Halloween over Iron Maiden after Diano. Walls of Jericho and the Two Keepers albums. Love them.
Let's see. Where does the new Deep Purple album land in your ranking of their albums? How do you think it stands up against their classic records?
I think it's their best album since The Battle Rages On.
I would say
I like it more than Perfect Strangers.
fucking ain't right. I would say it's their it's their best since Come Taste the Band. I definitely like it better than anything that they've done since this, 80s and 90s. It blows all that shit away. Compared with the classics, I would probably put it in top 5 personally. I mean, that's how much I fucking love that album. It just speaks to me more. I would take that over. What's the one with Woman from Tokyo? Who do we think they are, or whatever?
Yeah, and that's a great album. But yeah, I would put it above that one too. I wouldn't put it above Machine Head, Fireball, or N Rock. That I won't do.
Yeah, but I think it's in the conversation with those albums. So yeah, it would be my top 5 of all Deep Purple.
It would be
I think
like in
it's
my
awesome.
top 10.
Dave Bottas says drama is the closest yes sounded like early 80s Rush and Genesis, especially moving pictures. Okay, I need to check it
Yeah,
out
yeah.
then.
You know what? It's true. This album's heavy. It's heavy like Rush.
All right.
He makes a good point. I may
Is
have
that
to
the
lay
one?
down, man, because this dog is really annoying me. Standing on my,
Oh, okay.
no, I can position the camera, but let me
Is
go
is
grab a pillow because I can't do the show with this dog like this.
okay, is he humping your leg?
It's driving me mad. No, it's trying to sleep, but there's not enough room on the chair. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
All right. How's everybody doing out in the chat? Gonna still get to all your questions. Glad to see everybody showing up. These are fun shows, man. Don't have to fucking study. No prep. Just like crack a beer and fucking have fun. I love it. So what's going on, guys? What's going on? What's turning you on right now, man? What are you guys listening to? What are you enjoying? Any good shows coming up that you're going to? Any good shows that you've been to? What's your favorite episode lately that we've done?
Ace Frehley's
And
kid, he takes pills.
yeah. And now that we're doing both formats, how are you guys getting the episodes? Are you still listening to Podbean? Are you watching these? Kind of interested because I see the numbers are doing much better on the YouTube than Podbean.
All
So
right.
interesting.
I know
All
this
right.
sucks, but what can I do?
Hey, so I was going to ask you, drama, is that the one is that Jeffrey Downs singing or is John Anderson
The
on
guy,
that?
the guy from the Buggles,
Okay, yeah, Jeffrey Downs. Yeah,
but he
okay.
only did one album.
Right, right. I knew that. I couldn't remember if that was the one or not. Okay.
It's their heaviest album, man.
No, I will check it out. Richard Nixon says, "What's going on, Peckerheads? It's Paul Gaff."
Who the fuck you
Can't,
call him Peckerhead? Peckerhead.
Campman says, "Love Creator, but I like their earlier stuff."
Me too.
Future Squatch says, "Since we got a Sonic Boom episode, could we see a monster episode at some point in the future?" Yeah, I'm
No.
sure, but okay. I mean, I don't want to do it anytime fucking soon. I'll tell you that much. Fucking Kiss goes a long way. Fucking shit. Fucking that's some fucking pedo rock for fucking little kitty fuckers who like kitty lyrics that fucking Brett Michaels laughs at. Richard Nixon. When did Terrence become a cop? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, let's not talk about Terrence, please.
Let's see. Oh, Matt Gutierrez is here. He says, "God damn it, I thought it started at 5." Well, you're here now. He said, and then he says, "Dude, let's go to King Diamond, Wasp, and Armored Saint." I gotta look at the dates on those. I might be going to the Wasp and Armored Saint. I want to go to the King Diamond, but that's the one shitty thing I found here in Seattle, man, is all the bands play here, but they play there fucking Tuesdays through fucking Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Like every good band comes here. And it's like, fuck. But I'm just getting ready to go to second shift, I believe, at my job, which is nice in a way because if I take a day off for a show, I only have to take one off. Where when I was on, days, I got to take two off because I got to take the day of and the day after off, But we'll see. I mean, I want to see all this shit, but goddamn, can nobody play here on a fucking weekend? Overkill and Night Demon are supporting King. I know. I want to see that shit so bad. I've never seen Night Demon. And I'd love to see Overkill. Anytime I get to see Overkill. Curious to see who the new drummer is going to be. Did you hear about that, Ralph?
Yeah, I heard they hired him from Disney.
Hater. Speaking of David Lynch, favorite movie of his.
Blue
Man, that's
Velvet.
tough. That's tough, but I probably got to go with Blue Velvet.
Blue
In
Velvet.
fact, I might be watching that tonight Wadley's driving. Love that fucking movie. I just got the 4K and haven't got a chance to watch it yet. But I love pretty much all David Lynch, so shit's amazing. Richard Nixon says, I need to make it out to Rockin' Pod. Yeah, you do. All of you guys do, because this one coming up, man, this could be it. So this could be your last chance to fucking see Ralph and I together, you know? That's worth it alone.
Why? They're going to stop the rockin' pods?
Well, no, but you know what I mean? It's transferred over now. It was always, you know, Sinzak's brainchild, and Tracy now is taken over. You know, Sinzak's still assisting, but he's much more hands-off. At least he's trying to be. I got a funny feeling he's going to get pulled into doing more than he initially planned. But that's Chris. He cares too much. But you know what I mean? With new ownership and stuff like that, and if these don't do good now, saying that, every Rockin' Pod has been bigger than the last. But, you know, all it takes is one bad one, and it's over. You know what I mean? So, but I've already, you know, we've already paid. We're going to this next one. But I would say, hey, man, it's going to be in April. Plan that shit now. If you need to save up money, start saving that shit now. You know, if you need to put in vacation, put it in now. Do it. Don't wait till last minute. Go, I got no money, I can't go. If you really want to hang out with us, and if you ask any motherfucker who's ever hung out with us, it's worth it. You know, it's worth it to taxi our ass around Nashville.
Yeah, we want to use you.
Yeah, we want to use you motherfuckers. Yeah, we're holding auditions for VIP, man, but it's going to take a lot to beat Scott Stein for that. Hopefully he makes it out this year. But I get that it is, you know, depending on where you come from, how long, you know, if you got to fly in, if you can drive in, it takes money. But that's the beauty. It's fucking August, okay? This shit's in April. Start planning now. Don't wait till the last minute and then, oh, I should have went. Let's see. Future Squash. Ian, since you're seeing King Gizzard, what do you think of the new album? I haven't heard the whole thing yet. I saw the single, the first video. I liked it. I mean, this band's so fucking weird. One album's metal, you know, the next album's fucking yacht rock, you know, the next one's fucking experiment. They're so all over the place. But I'm looking forward to checking it out. And I know they're doing a marathon show. It's going to be 3+ hours. And again, with this band, you know, every show's different. So I have no idea. Will it be a metal show? Will it be this? Will it be that? Who gives a fuck? I just know it's going to be amazing. So definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, I need to check out the new one. So little time. What's your favorite song off the heavy metal soundtrack from the animated movie? I mean, there's so many great ones. You know, of course, Mob Rules is on there. But I got to say, I prefer the mix that's on the album, Mob Rules, over the mix that's on the soundtrack. But I got to go with the 2 Don Fedler songs, man. My favorite, fucking Eagle. Fuck the Eagles without Don Fedler. But I really like his shit. But it's kind of a weird soundtrack, man. There's all kind of, you know, you got fucking Devo, Stevie Nicks, you know, all kinds of weird shit. Donald Fagen.
Isn't Veterans of the Psychic Ward on that album?
Yep.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, because originally they were supposed to do the whole soundtrack, and I can't remember if it was the movie studio or the record label that put it out was against it because they didn't think they could carry like a whole soundtrack. It wouldn't sell enough. They thought they'd sell more if they got different artists. You know, the worst is definitely the Sammy Hagar song. But, you know, what's funny, if you look back in the 80s, that motherfucker was on like tons of soundtracks because that's about all he could do. Nobody gave a shit. But he was on like Footloose. He was on Fast Times at Ridgemont High. None of them were fucking hits. You know, none of them are fucking, you know, nobody gives a shit. But that's what he was, you know. Best thing ever happened to him was fucking Eddie Van Halen. Or like Ralph said a million times, that fucker would have disappeared into obscurity. He would have been like fucking Rick Springfield, you know. Let's see what else. You guys rule. This is Jerry Cretins. Cretins, I don't know. I can't fucking read. You guys rules. Any thoughts about the South River Band from Australia? I really like them. They're a Southern River Band. Never. I know the Little River Band. They're from fucking Australia. Night Owl, bitches. I don't know, but I was just talking about Australia the other day with my son. I'm like, man, I wish Ralph and I could go to fucking Australia because we have some of our best fucking listeners are from Australia. And I would love to go party with those crazy motherfuckers, man. Adam Marshall, fucking Michael Lynch. I mean, I know I'm leaving out a few here because I'm drinking. But, man, we got some great ones. Even got crazy ones like Jack Roberts. Jack Roberts scares me a little bit. Motherfucker probably shoot me. But would love to go to Australia.
Jack Robert likes the darkness.
Oh, yeah?
That's some funny shit.
Oh, let's see. Catman says, Lars threw a stick at me once and some guy grabbed it. That sucks. That sucks. I hate when I see that when they try to give it to somebody and somebody snatches that shit. Let's see. Ralph, you are looking healthier. Get well soon.
Thank you.
John Paul, top 5 John Carpenter movies. The Thing, Escape from New York, Vampires, They Live, Ghost of Mars. What are yours? First of all, I want to say, wow. John Paul, you're the only other person besides me I know of that likes Ghost of Mars. I fucking love it. Most people hate it, say it's one of his worst, including, I think, John Carpenter, but I love that shit. But John Carpenter, I mean, well, fuck. I mean, nothing beats The fucking Thing. But you got to have Halloween on there, Escape from New York. Big fan of The Fog. Fucking Big Trouble in Little China. Prince of Darkness. There's so fucking many. You know, pretty much you can't go wrong with 70s and 80s. But I like the late 90s. I love Vampires. I love, Ghost of Mars. I don't know if that was 2000s or 90s still. But, you know, he had some, clunkers in there too, like the, Village of the Damned and, the Invisible Man shit. And Escape from LA sucked. But it's John Carpenter, man. Fucking love it. I know, Ralph, you're a big John Carpenter fan, right?
Yeah. The Thing. That's his best movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think They Live is a great movie. Once it starts going, man, whoa, what a boring ass movie They Live is until he puts on the glasses. Everything before the glasses is just drawn out boring shit.
I like They Live, but I see what you're saying.
Didn't he do Dress to Kill? Did he do that one?
No, that's Brian De Palma.
Dude, that's an awesome movie.
Oh, love it. Love Brian De Palma. I'm so excited. One of my favorites that doesn't get talked about a lot in, De Palma's filmography is Body Double. And that's getting ready to come out in 4K, and I can't fucking wait. I've always loved that.
You know what's a bomb? He released it I thought was fucking awesome.
What's that?
Blowout.
Oh, I fucking love Blowout, man.
I saw that in the theater. I saw that in theater, and at that
I did too.
At that time, John Travolta was on a roll. He had Saturday Night Live Fever, then Grease, then Urban Cowboy.
Yeah.
And then Blowout.
That came out, bombed.
Yeah, Blowout was like, oh. But I thought it was a damn good movie.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, now it's looked on upon as a classic, and you got people, singing its praises like Tarantino. Basically said that's why he picked Travolta for Pulp Fiction, was off Blowout. I fucking love it. John Lithgow is the bad guy and shit. It's just fucking, De Palma's so fucking underrated. I mean, yeah, he rips off fucking Alfred Hitchcock every chance he can get, but he does it great. Oh, did you see the dude from Scarface just passed away?
Who?
The little guy, grab the yayo.
Oh, Chico.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he was great. Great actor, great
Yeah,
character
he
actor.
was in Carlito's Way.
Yeah, he was in Carlito's Way. He was in The Wildlife. Uh, just great character actor. Sad he passed away. Um, but yeah, John Carpenter kicks ass. De Palma kicks ass.
But
Kendall B.
my favorite De Palma movie, Phantom of the Paradise.
Not my favorite, but I like it.
It's my favorite. It's like in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. My story
Yeah,
of Phantom of the Paradise is kind of unique. Back in
yeah,
1974, me and my friend, I'm a little kid, I'm like 8 years old, right? And my friend goes, "Hey, want to go to the movies?" I go, "All right." So we go to the movies at the Village Theater. They're showing Phantom of the Paradise. We didn't know nothing about it. All right, let's go see it. Fucking loved it. And then me and him went the next week to see it again. It bombed. It was already out of the theaters. But
yeah.
I bought the soundtrack in 1974, and it's number one my favorite soundtrack of all time. I wrote a song about it on the Second Thresh Should Die album called Postmortem Star, where I used
Yep.
clips of the movie in the song. I'm a fanatic, and I got to meet. Well, I met Paul Williams twice. The first time I met him was when they were filming Smokey and the Bandit Part 3, where I'm in
Yeah.
that movie. I don't know if I told you that, Ian.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know
Yeah,
that story.
I'm in the movie. I met him briefly, but then Gloria Estefan's son was doing this thing. He'd rent a movie, he rent a theater, and he'd show movies. And I remember he showed Phantom of the Paradise at a drive-through, and believe it or not, this was like, I don't know, 2013. First time I was ever in a drive-through in my life.
A drive-in.
Yeah, driving. And then he showed Phantom of the Paradise in a theater, and he flew in Paul Williams. And my
Nice.
band Combat was playing a gig that night. And I told the guy, the promoters, dude, you're going to have to put us in the opener slot because I got to get out of here, man. I got to go see Phantom of Paradise. We played the gig, ran over there. I got to meet Paul. I talked to him for a while, snapped a picture with him. I think he's a musical genius. I think Phantom of the Paradise it's a genius album. And the movie rules.
Nice. Kendall B says, "Have you heard KK's Priest performing Sinner live recently? And if so, who's doing it better, Nickelodeon Priest or KK's Priest?" Ooh, shots
Nickelodeon
fired.
Priest. um, I haven't seen KK do it, though I did see Judas Priest play Sinner on the first leg of the Firepower tour. Up in
Yeah.
I think Jacksonville or something. I went with Tim Breen, the guy that thinks that Paul Stanley's gay, but Ace Frehley's not.
That's a funny calling current Judas Priest Nickelodeon Priest. I would call KK's Priest like Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Priest. I'm not as impressed with most people with KK's Priest.
I love
Uh,
KK Priest.
let's see. Are there any Van Halen soundboard live recordings from 78 to 84? Yes, there is plenty. And I've got a bunch of them.
No, I've never heard a Fair Warning soundboard. Never. I don't think I've ever heard an 84 soundboard either. I have heard the first album, second album. There is one. I've only heard one from Women and Children First. And there's a bunch from Diver Down. But
Yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah.
not sure if there's any soundboards of 81 and 84.
I
But there is
think
the first 78, 79, 80, and 82 are available.
I think I got one from Fair Warning. I'd have to look it up though.
No, actually you don't.
Okay, bye.
I know this shit.
Okay. And music fan, if you want any of these, hit me up on Messenger because I can Dropbox the ones that I got to you. Catman says Ian Hill pick is a piece of metal. Fuck yeah. Future Squash, are you guys fans of the band Green Lung? Not familiar.
I don't know them.
Catman, but Ace doesn't like it licked, huh, Ralph? He's a freak. Yeah, no, he's fucking gay, is what he is. He's fucking
Yeah,
gay as a
yeah,
fucking $3 bill.
yes, and he pops pills.
Greg sent the wizard. Hey, that's Greg Barnes. Says, hey, Dr. Fuck.
Hey,
Uh,
Greg Barnes.
Scoop Minds.
Hey, I got something to say about Greg Barnes. I'm pretty
Okay.
disappointed. I found out that Greg Barnes is actually not gay.
It was just a way to get chicks because chicks love gay guys.
Not cool, man. I hate
Yeah.
pretend fags.
Yeah, stop leading me on.
Yeah. Stop,
Scoop
stop giving me hope.
Scoop Mind says, are you familiar with the band Lemon Twigs? Nope.
Nope. I can tell you this now. I don't like the name of that band.
Yeah, it's not a good look. You know, the only way they could get away with that is if the logo is written like death metal, so you can't read it. Greg Barnes says hi to me as well. Music Fan 108, which band do you think is the next to do a final or farewell tour?
Uh, I don't know, man. I can't think of any.
I could think of two that are probably going to do farewell tours within the next year, and that's Kiss and Motley Crue.
Yeah.
I think they're both going to do farewell tours again.
Together too. They're gonna do it in one.
Yeah,
They're gonna do it.
yeah.
Hey, this is our final tour.
Like last time, last chance. See, Ty Cowboy says, how do you think a Deep Purple reunion with Coverdale and Hughes would have done in '84 instead of with Gillan?
It would have done horribly.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't think that era didn't get respect till I would say probably maybe 6 years or so after um, the Perfect Strangers shit, I think people really started going back to the Coverdale shit like after Whitesnake blew up. Then people were talking about it more. And Glenn Hughes, I mean, Jesus Christ, he was in obscurity forever. I mean, hardcores knew about him, but I mean, I think Glenn Hughes is still a little like under talked about and underappreciated. I think your average or common fucking Deep Purple fan probably doesn't even know those albums at all. They might know Burn, but yeah, it would have done horrible. I think. Let's see. Scoop Mind says, I got tickets to see Maiden soon, and I'm a little terrified of what the set list might be. I'm the same way, Scooped. I'm seeing them in October, and I think they're going to tinker with it a little bit, and I'm scared of what they're going to take out, what they're going to add. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter what they take away or add from fucking Shitsitsu, because it all fucking sucks. Big donkey. But I'm like, what are they going to fucking... add or subtract from somewhere in time. That's all I care about. Really, all I want is play that fucking album in the whole. That's all I fucking care about. I saw somebody talking about how they're going to add Can I Play with Madness to the tour, and I'm like, why? What the fuck does that have to do with it?
Really,
Oh,
I'm
shit.
surprised you don't like that gay ass song.
I used to, not so much anymore. I liked it when it came out, but not so much.
Yeah, and I remember when it came out, I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
I'm a poser. I changed my mind.
I hated it from the get go, man.
Let's see. Metal Hipster 800. Do you guys like these Motley Crue songs? Rodeo, American Zero, 10,000 Miles Away, and The Dirt. No, they all suck.
No, I like three of them. I hate The Dirt, but I love American Zero. I don't know why that didn't make it on New Tattoo. It's a great song. What was the other one?
Rodeo. That was
yeah. Rodeo is from Girls, Girls, Girls. Out there.
Yeah, that sucks.
I love it. I love that song.
Okay.
What was
fucking poser.
What was the third one?
10,000 Miles Away.
Yeah, that's a Karabi one. I like, but The Dirt's terrible.
Actually, I don't even know American Zero. I know Rodeo and I know the Dirt, and they suck dick. And I'm guessing the others suck dick too. I got to piss again, but Ralph, I'm going to leave you with this one, and I can talk about when I come back. Greg Barnes wants to know what's your thoughts on Bruce Dickinson's new solo album, The Mandrake Project, and how does it compare to recent Maiden albums? And I'll be right back.
I love it. I think it's better than the last few Maiden albums. I think it's a great album, and I'm not like this Bruce Dickinson fan. I did review it on my channel, and I talked about. I mean, there's certain parts of the album I don't like because he strains. I don't understand for the life of me how that guy is considered one of the greatest singers ever. He strains so much. He's a strainer when he does the powerful stuff. But when he sang normal without straining, I thought that shit was awesome. And I love that last Bruce Dickinson album, the Omega Project, I think it's called. I think it's fucking awesome. I think it's better. And I don't mind the last couple Maiden albums, like Senjutsu. I don't hate it like Ian. Yeah, it has some boring songs. And I'm not even talking about the long songs, because the long songs on Senjutsu I actually like, especially Death of the Celts. I think that's an awesome song. Book of Souls has its moments, but oh my God, Empire of the Clouds, Jesus Christ, does that suck. But yeah, the new Bruce Dickinson album, I give it an 8 out of 10. I think it's really good. Really good album. I'm very, very impressed by it. So there you go. That's what I think of it. And now Ian is back.
Yeah. You know how I know Ralph's a fucking poser? He likes shitsitsu. Mandrake Project. I like it. It's definitely better than new fucking Maiden, but it's no fucking Chemical Wedding. But yeah, I'll take it over anything that Maiden's put out since. Fuck, I'd probably take it over Brave New World. Brave New World I liked a lot at first.
Brave New World sucks. That's poser shit.
I liked it.
You know what's better than Brave New World? Dance of Death.
Oh, you're fucking nuts, dude.
I'm not nuts. That album, I hated it when it came out.
Yeah, no, I know you change your opinion, poser.
Yeah,
you cannot change your opinion.
Yeah, I heard it and I'm like, fuck. Rainmaker has a lot of good songs on that album.
I'll take fucking Matter, Life, and Death over Dance of Death.
That's you.
Fuck. Yeah, I know. I'm a poser too. But no, Mandrake Project, and it's funny, I was expecting to like it more than Maiden. But he put out an album in between that and was it something of Tyrants? And that one was kind of like, whatever.
It was all right, but no, he was on a roll with Chemical and
Accident of Birth.
Those are great albums. And bad. I don't think it was bad. It just didn't. It wasn't as good as that and the Omega Project. Right. It was awesome.
Right. Yeah. He set the bar so high with Chemical Wedding, and that just kind of came out of nowhere for me. I was not expecting to love that album the way it did. And when that shit came out, I played that over and over. And you can kind of see, in the set list too. I mean, he ends with the Tower and shit like that. And it makes perfect sense, man, because that's just inspiring shit, man. Really good. Let's see. Boombox Guru. For someone who's never seen Ace Frehley live, is it worth seeing these days? I say no.
No. Unless you're Tim Bream, don't go.
Yeah. No, I mean, unless it's on some kind of bucket list you got, but I mean, if you want to see somebody just propped up out there with everybody else in the band doing all the heavy lifting and some horrible singing and, and Trump rants, yeah, then go. But other than that, nah, I'd pass. Scoop Mids, just listen to Ecstasy, great band. I agree. Ralph, do you listen to Ecstasy at all or familiar with them?
I don't know who that is. Ecstasy?
XTC.
No, I don't know much about them. All I know is that song, Big Boys Don't Cry. That's them, right?
I don't know that one.
I'm
Dear
not
God,
alone.
making
No,
pl-
just
making plans for
because.
Nigel.
That's a
I
big
don't
hit
know.
from the 70s, man.
I don't remember that one.
I'm not in love.
No, that's 10cc.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they turned into Godly and Cream and did that Cry song in the 80s. Yeah, different band.
Okay.
Metal Hipster says his favorite. I asked the guys why you took a break. You know, what's their favorite of the newer episodes? And he loved the Testament Low episode. Awesome.
Yeah, that's the one where Ace Frehley's gay and pops fills.
Scoop Mid says he hasn't used Podbean in years. No, what I was referring to when I was asking, do you guys listen to this as a podcast or do you watch the live one on YouTube now? I mean, it doesn't matter how you get it, but what I meant was, do you listen to it as a podcast or do you watch it as a video? Catman says he does both. Tag Cowboy just got tickets to see Queensryche play The Warning and the EP in their entirety. Can't wait. Yeah, I would have liked to seen that.
I saw it.
What'd you think?
Yeah, they played it well. It was very well done. And, people love tribute bands, so enjoy. It's a fucking tribute band. I went for Armored Saint. Armored Saint
Nice.
open, but I stuck around and I watched this tribute band, and Eddie and Michael looked like they were not into it. Todd did a great job. Drummer did a great job, even though he's no Scott Rockenfield. And I don't even
Yeah.
know who's the guitar player, whatever his name is.
Was it Mike Stone that's back with
I
him
don't
now?
know. But I will say the
Yeah.
last Queensryche album is the best album they did with Todd, if you ask me.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that album.
I think it's great.
Let's see. Jimmy James Schwartz says I usually watch YouTube or listen on Apple Podcasts. Metal Hipster says I download the Podbean episodes and listen to them in my car. If I don't finish, I continue on YouTube. Jean Paul says I get the Podbean before the YouTube. Tommy Meyer, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Any suggestions on Corey Feldman albums? No. But if you want to see some hot garbage, go see him live. I actually did see Corey Feldman live. And much like the rest of the people, we left after 4 songs. That shit was terrible. It was a train wreck. It was like funny, but then the joke gets old after a couple, because it's all fucking shitty music and the same shitty Michael Jackson wannabe dance moves. So
Right.
it's like the same joke repeated song after song. So after about 4, you get it and you walk out. I think it's funny that Limp Bizkit's taking him out on tour and shit. Good for him. He's making your money. Let's
He
see.
must
Thoughts?
be aware that he's a joke.
I don't. That's a big debate on the internet. People are like, does he know how horrible it is, and he's like playing into it like some kind of Andy Kaufman shit, or is he that oblivious? I think it's a little bit of both. I think getting molested up the fucking poop chute does something to a child actor. Thoughts on the Don Dokken album "Up from the Ashes" from 1990?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it.
Didn't care for it.
I liked it.
All right. What's your opinions of Misfits' Famous Monsters album? Are you a fan?
It's all right. It's not bad. Not like the classic stuff, but I dug it. That's Michael Graves, right?
Right. Or no, I'm trying to think. Famous Monsters. Which one was that?
That's
Because
the one.
there,
Yeah,
there was American Psycho. Was the next one Famous Monsters?
I don't remember. It's the one with them on the cover, kind of like,
Yeah.
glowing and shit.
The Michael Graves shit, I'm all right with, but that's it's Mighty Morphin Power Ranger fucking Misfits. It ain't it's not dangerous. It's just like I don't know. It's jokey and hokey, but there's some good shit on it. Tag Cowboy, do you guys like Summer Rental with John Candy? I love that movie.
I've never
It's not in the
seen it.
theaters. It's all right. It's not one of his best, in my opinion. Greg Barnes, I went back to listen to Paul Di'Anno's Maiden albums and some of his post-Maiden Maiden work during the 80s. He had a hell of a voice in his prime, underrated singer. His vocals helped out my singing. Okay. Yeah, love that shit. Uh, Hannah Montana wants to know, Ralph, do you like any Night Ranger songs after the first two albums?
No,
Okay.
no,
Uh,
they're terrible. They suck.
Scoop Mids, thoughts on ACDC's new music? They're still going with less and less classic members. Um, do you mean thoughts on them making new music, or what Ralph thinks of the, or what we think of the latest albums? Because I think, well, Power Up was better than fucking Rock or Bust. I thought that shit was fucking terrible. I know Ralph liked it. But even Power Up is kind of, it's nowhere near the other shit. I'd rather him just stop making new music. And tell you the truth, I don't even like him touring without Cliff Williams. You know. But that being said, I wish I was as lucky as Ralph to see him with Axl Rose. So there you go. What do you think, Ralph?
I like I like Power Up and I like Rock or Bust more, but those two last album I think are the best thing they've done since flicking the switch.
Mm. Uh, Definitely better than Black Ice. Well, I don't know. I think Power Up. I like Power Up way more than fucking Rock or Bust. I really didn't like that one, but whatever. It's ACDC. I wish him the best, but I wish Cliff Williams was there and fucking Phil Rudd. Matt Gutierrez, you forgot about Great White on the Boys Next Door soundtrack. Awesome background for the gas station scene. Move over, boner. Yeah, I did forget that, Matt, because I'm an alcoholic, not a fucking encyclopedia. Love you, brother. But no, it's great. Hey, I'm just happy anybody knows or talks about the movie The Boys Next Door. That is a lost classic that you can get from Severin Films on Blu-ray, and I highly recommend it. Great fucking movie about two teenagers who go on a killing spree with Charlie Sheen and what's the other fucker's name? The dude from Grease 2. But it's a good movie, great movie actually. And it does have a killer soundtrack. Iggy Pop's on it and shit. Really good shit. Penelope Spheris directed that, who did the Decline of the Western Civilization movies. Future Squash. Can we get a Saints of Los Angeles review with TJ James as special guest so he can kiss the ass of that terrible album? That would be a funny episode, I gotta admit.
I'll pass.
Horrible fucking album. But I love me some TJ and his blind love for fucking Motley Crue. That's fucking terrible. Thoughts on the band Blitzkrieg?
Don't know enough about them, but I love their song Blitzkrieg. Metallica's version is pretty much identical to what they did. So I dig their cover of. I've heard their album years ago, and I just don't remember it, but I love that song, man.
I'm in the same boat as you. I know I've heard the original version, but it's been years ago, and I haven't listened to enough to form an opinion. But I mean, I love bands of that era, that new wave of British heavy metal, so definitely need to give it a listen. Peggy 18, have either of you seen Alien Romulus? We talked about this earlier. Ralph
I saw it. I saw it.
Said it was a slow start, and he was like, about it. I really very rarely, for a guy who's such a movie fanatic, I very rarely go to the theater anymore. Because it's just so fucking expensive. It's so fucking expensive, and I can't stand these Gen Z fucks that are in there on their phones and shit like that. And, the fact of the matter, I know it's not good for the movie industry, but, I mean, once a movie comes out, like, in a month or two, I can watch that shit at home. And I just got a 4K laser projector. I've got a 150-inch screen in my backyard. And fucking amazing sound system. I'd much rather do that. I can pause it if I gotta take a piss. I can fucking vape. I can fucking, can drink. I can do whatever. And I'm all about waiting. There is certain things, like if it's Star Wars, I'm going to go to the fucking theater. If it's James Bond, I'm going to go to the theater. Certain shit, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. But anymore, if I go to the theater, I go to see old movies, like cult films and shit like that, because only movie nerds go to that shit. And when you're in a theater with movie nerds, they actually watch the movie. They're not on their phone and doing all this shit. But I mean, it's like fucking $20 to go see a fucking movie, and by the time you add fucking popcorn and drink, it's just fucking ridiculous, you know. But I love movies. I just love watching them at home more. But I really want to see Romulus. Coworker of mine went to it. He said he liked it, so we'll see. Jimmy James Schwartz says, "Has anyone heard how Wayne Noon is doing after the cock OD?" So if you guys missed it on Ralph's Almost Human channel, I had a rare Friday off, so I joined the show. I was all excited because they were supposed to do fucking rat discography. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna announce unshowed up, and or show up unannounced, and then it was all ruined by Jack Russell's death. But I posted a picture of Wayne Noon and said he OD'd on cock. But yeah, check it out. Go check out the video if you haven't seen it. It was a fun show. Floyd 1728 or Purple Floyd 1728. Have either of you been to Cedar Point? Is that like in Indiana or some shit? I don't think so. No, Ralph?
No, I don't even know where that is.
Okay. Future Squash, best newer thrash band.
Oh,
What?
man, I can't think of any at the moment. I've really been getting into new traditional metal bands. I haven't heard. I'm sure there's some good ones out there, but I haven't heard any. The last one I heard was Suicide Angels, but that's not that new anymore.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. Yeah, I would say, but fuck, yeah, they're really not new anymore. But we're so old, they're kind of like new to us. But I love Suicide Angels from Greece. Definitely recommend them. Scoop Minds, thoughts on The Damned? I've seen them 3 times and met them a few months back. Like them, don't love them. What do you think, Ralph?
I don't know enough about them, but I will say I did see The Damned on their farewell tour in like 88, 89, way back then.
Yeah.
And of course, it wasn't a farewell tour.
Right.
Where the encore, they played naked.
Nice.
Well,
Ty Cowboy.
It's nice to you and Ace Frehley, but nah, it kind of disturbed me.
Ty Cowboy says, I just listened to the soundtrack to the 1978 Sgt. Pepper's movie with the Bee Gees and Peter Frampton. Boy, was that a doozy. I used to have that on vinyl.
I still got it on vinyl. I love Earth, Wind, and Fire doing Got to Get You Into My Life.
Oh, yeah. Real good.
Love it. That and Come Together are 2 highlights for me.
Definitely. Hannah Montana, favorite Liam Neeson movie? Excalibur, even though he's not the star. I love Excalibur.
That's the guy from, is Liam Neeson the guy, that movie where they kidnap his daughter?
Yep, that's him. They've done 57 of those.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
That was a great movie. What was the name of the movie?
Taken?
That's it.
Yeah, Taken.
Yeah, Taken.
Never seen any of them.
Taken 2 wasn't that good, but man, part 1 was awesome.
Yeah, I think there's like 3 or 4 of them. Rod Dirtmitz is here. He says, I grew up at the drive-in probably from 78 through 89, easily 50 times. I grew up with the drive-in as well. I loved it, man. Summertime, you get to see 2 movies.
I never was actually drive-through ever.
I actually went to a drive-in here. There's one right by my house. Unfortunately, they're one of the rare drive-ins nowadays that they only show contemporary movies. They don't do really any like old school shit. A lot of the ones, because people who are into that like old school shit and like cult films and shit like that, but they just do what's in theaters. And my wife and I went to go see the first Omen And then there was some shitty movie after that we didn't even stay for. And the first Omen fucking sucked big cock anyway. But it was neat
What?
going to a drive-in again.
Wait. The first Omen movie sucks cock, said?
No. That's the name of the movie.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a
I saw that. I saw it.
yeah, it sucked.
Yeah.
And it's one of those I don't get it like you're saying with new horror movies. It got really good. Like I had zero interest, and then it got really good reviews. I'm like, well, awesome, because I love the original trilogy. That fucking TV movie. The fourth part was fucking horrible. The remake was fucking horrible. But it got all these good reviews. I was like, awesome. I feel good about going and spending money. But see, the drive-in here is a value because it wasn't as much to get in there. And it had great food, nice screen and everything. But the movie itself fucking just sucked. But yeah, drive-ins kick ass. Catman says, I'm not impressed with KK's Priest at all either. I grew up on Priest, man. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And the funny thing is, I liked, what's his name? What's Scab Halford? What's his name?
Ripper.
Yeah, Ripper Owens. I liked him with Priest a lot better than I like him in KK's Priest.
I'm exact opposite.
Okay. Ron Dermott says a lot of them from the 70s, not much from the 80s. I don't know what he's referring to. Texas Troy 78. Is this the way Ralph records most of his podcasts? Feed first. Don't you have to pay $20 a month for this service?
Hey, you should watch more of my shows because I don't do this. I'm with a dog and the dog won't get off me, so I can't sit down.
Yeah. His Almost Human videos make money, so he's on camera for that.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, fuck Rock and Metal Combat Podcast. Nobody's watching anyway.
Actually, like a couple months ago when I was in really bad pain, I
Mm-hmm.
did an Almost Human live with Carl Kennedy from The Rods, where I did the whole show laying down because I was in pain.
How was that? Was that cool?
Yeah, it came out good.
Well, I mean, not doing it in pain, but talking to Carl.
Oh, it was awesome. Tony did a lot of talking and Wayne.
Okay, I need to check that out. That's cool. I didn't know about that one.
Yeah.
Scooped Mids, thoughts on David Fincher movies? I like a lot of them. Alien 3, you can't polish a turd, but I don't blame David Fincher for that. But I love The Game is good. Of course, 7 I like. Zodiac's cool. Thought Panic Room was a little overrated. But he's a good director. Ralph, any thoughts?
What did he do?
He did Alien 3, 7, Panic Room, Zodiac.
I love 7.
Yeah, 7's a great movie.
Did you know that it was written into Brad Pitt's contract that they could not change the ending of the movie 7?
It's a great ending.
Yep. Yeah. You want to talk about not seeing that coming?
Yeah, and you know what? I'm glad they didn't do it, but there was talk they were going to do a sequel, and I don't know if David Fincher was going to be involved, but they were going to do it like a sequel where Brad Pitt's character goes insane and he becomes the new killer, and Morgan Freeman's got to chase him down, and that's just stupid. Sometimes just let a movie be a movie, and then go write another original fucking idea.
Yeah.
That shit's perfect as it is.
7 was amazing, man.
Yeah,
that's an amazing movie and really good acting.
Yeah.
What's
great.
his face? Great, man. What's his name? The villain?
Kevin Spacey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey. Real good.
I loved him in Elvis and Nixon.
Didn't see it. Catman says, "Hey Ralph, how about the kidney stone operation? Mine was like pissing blood and razor blades for 10 days."
Yeah, it was, well, I pissed blood here and there, but then when I was on tour, when the rocks came out, It's like I'm pissing. I feel like, oh, what the fuck's that? And then I hear ding, like the fucking rock hit the porcelain of the toilet. Yeah, I peed out a few of those rocks. And oh my God, talk about pain. Kidney stone pains was the worst. That shit sucked more than Ian's musical taste.
Whew, that's pretty bad.
Oh no, it wasn't that bad, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Right. Music fan 108. Would you ever do another Ramones episode or review episode and do an album like Animal Boy or Adios Amigos? Yeah, I'm always up for doing some Ramones. Fuck
I'd
yeah.
love to do Animal Boy or Too Tough to Die.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. And get Sinzak because he's a big fucking Ramones fan. So
Those
that'd be
are underrated Ramones albums, if you ask me.
yeah. I don't know Adios Amigos. I do know
Adios
Animal Boy.
Amigos is all right. It's not that great though.
Yeah, I like Animal Boy though. I would love to do that.
Animal Boy is great.
The
Too Tough,
Richie Ramone era that nobody talks
yeah,
about.
and Too Tough to
Uh,
Die. That's Richie Ramone.
yeah.
And
Uh,
yeah,
Dirt Mitt says the Armored Saint Revolution or Revelation isn't it Revolution or is it Revelation? I don't know.
Revelation.
Revelation. Anyway, he says that vinyl sounds great. Awesome.
Yeah, I
I
got
like
it
that album.
myself.
Tag Cowboy. I know you guys like '94 Motley Crue album with Karabi. How do you like the EP they did with Karabi called Quarantary? I thought it sucked
Yeah,
personally.
sucks. And I bought it. I bought it when it was new because the Motley Crue CD brought a little thing in it that you can order the coronary. So I ordered it, and it's garbage. Baby Kills is okay, the one song that the band played, but all those
Yeah,
solo songs are fucking terrible.
yeah. I concur. Dermot says I think Priest should do a farewell tour because they are pretty sad live today, and with the slowing tempo and Rob letting the crowd sing the hard parts is sad. I don't know. All I can go by is when Ralph and I saw Priest, and I thought it was an amazing show. I thought it was really, really fucking good. I'm all for them doing it as long as they can. I can think of a lot of other bands that should just retire, but uh, I'm fine with Priest going. But I don't know. Maybe this new tour people are saying he's not that good. From what I saw, I liked. Love me some Priest. I would much rather take this version of Priest over KK's Priest. Um, Mark Daly, how interested are you in Alex Van Halen's book, and would you still read it even if it doesn't include dirt on Hagar?
I would.
I mean, it depends on like what I see leaked from it, like what it's about. I got a feeling it's probably going to be a pretty boring book. Uh, I don't know. We'll see. Uh, Ron Dirtman says any bands that play their older material slower than it's supposed to be played should stop and fade away with dignity. I get that. Future Squash, best Mark Tornillo Accept album. That's pretty fucking easy. Blood of
Yeah,
the
the first
Nations.
one.
Yeah. Dirtman says Ralph's feet are cool. uh, Greg Barnes says, I think you can blame Steve Harris for Bruce Dickinson sounding strained on studio albums since he's in charge of the vocal melodies and doesn't write to Bruce vocal strengths. I just think he writes long, boring ass fucking songs. Steve Harris is everything to blame with current Iron Maiden. I think that's pretty evident. He's the boss, and he's running that ship into the fucking ground. But you know what? They still sell fucking tickets like crazy, so nobody gives a fuck. You know, they're going because of Eddie. You know, fuck New Maiden. Greg says, just because you have huge range doesn't mean vocal melodies should always be written in upper register. Bruce sounds better on a solo album since he writes in his comfortable range. Makes sense. I just think he writes short, you know, fucking to the point songs. That's what I like. You know? Ty Cowboy, what's the best concert you've seen in the last 10 years?
Um, Last in Line is the best concert I've seen in the last 10 years.
God, last 10 years has been the slowest in my life as far as concert attendance. I mean, it used to be, yeah, I used to be like Ralph, man. I mean, I would multiple concerts every fucking month. Now I don't go nearly as much. The last 10 years, I would probably have to say Roger Waters in New Orleans was fucking amazing. That would probably be the best.
The best time I
Uh,
saw Roger Waters was The Wall, and that was over 10 years ago.
yeah. I saw the tour after The Wall, the one where he started playing the shit from Animals and shit like that.
I saw two tours after that. I saw the
Yeah.
one where Trump is a pig,
Yeah, that's the one I saw. That was fucking phenomenal.
and then the one after that where he said Obama was a pig. Oh, I saw that one too.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. Amazing. And some people say he's lip syncing. I don't know. I didn't notice it at my show, but I don't give a fuck. It was the band was on point. The songs are fucking incredible. I dug it. Um, Hannah Montana, are you a fan of '90s Dokken? Uh, there's a
Erase the
couple songs.
Slate.
Yeah, Erase the Slate. I like that when we reviewed that one. I like a couple songs on Dysfunctional, but as a whole, it was like eh. I never heard that fucking the one that they said was like Limp Bizkit Dokken that Shadow Life. Never listened to it.
No, that was more grunge. It was terrible.
Or yeah. Let's see. Scoop Mids. Have you guys heard Death Red Sabbath by Danzig? By far his best since Danzig 4. I don't know if I listened to it all the way through. I can't remember. I couldn't even tell you a fucking song off of it. So I think I must have heard like whatever the single was, and I was like, eh. To me, he hasn't had a great band since the original. So, are you familiar with that Danzig album, Ralph?
No, but Danzig 4 rules.
Fucking A right, it does. Very underrated.
My second
Future
favorite
Squash.
after Lucifuge.
Yeah, I love it. To me, it was a perfect example of like expanding, but staying true to who you are at the same time. I loved it. To me, I looked at it almost like a Sabbath Bloody Sabbath kind of like spreading your wings, but you're still fucking heavy and still fucking awesome. But most people didn't agree. Ian, are you seeing Judas Priest on this tour? No, they are not coming anywhere near me, unfortunately. I would like to. Tommy Mayer's Elder is the best show for me in the last 10 years. I love that fucking band. And I know it's funny because I hate that Kiss album, but the band Elder is fucking amazing. Really good. And I would love to see them live. Have you ever listened to them, Ralph?
Nope.
They're pretty, it's like kind of prog metal. But it's just fucking amazing. I love that shit. Drip Tank Swag Genie. What's the preferred method of smoking pot? Or do you prefer to be gay and take pills like Ace Frehley?
I still roll joints.
I think that's the best, even though I don't smoke pot anymore. But yeah, that's the best way. That or bong hits. You know? Let's see. Same guy also asked, "What's the heaviest album you think you guys ever reviewed, and would you ever consider covering a Morbid Angel album?" Yeah, I would do it. I would do it.
That's my favorite death metal band. I think the heaviest album we ever did was Behemoth.
Oh, that shit was fucking horrible, though.
But it was the heaviest.
Yeah, it might be. It might.
And I love
Dude,
it. I love that album. The Satanist, great stuff.
Yeah, we've done shit. We've done like we're on like 360 something episodes.
We did a Bathory album.
Yeah, but I would say technically, I think Behemoth would be heavier than the Bathory.
Yeah.
I definitely preferred the Bathory, I'll tell you that. But no, I would love to do that. I know Morbid Angel's Ralph's favorite death metal group. I would say mine is the band Death. But yeah, I'm all for that. Whatever. I just like listening to fucking metal and talking with Ralph. So yeah, I'm all for that shit.
Hey, maybe one day we'll get Rick Ross on the show and do Leprosy, my favorite Death album. And Rick Ross, we just talked on the phone the other day. We're always in touch with each other.
Rick Ross, he's in Human, right?
No, he's on Leprosy.
No. But isn't he in that other band?
Massacre.
Yeah. But then they did a branch. I don't know. There's so many, like, these guys break up and then they form this and that. I don't know.
Well, Rick Ross and I are going to collaborate on music soon.
Well, I'd love to hear that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Leprosy, that's a kick-ass fucking album. I think I almost like Leprosy. I like Scream Bloody Gore, but I think I like Leprosy even better.
I do too. Scream Bloody Gore is my second favorite.
All right, here's one for you. I got to fucking piss again. Joseph Staub from the Joseph Staub Garage. I'm on a huge ABBA kick this evening thanks to Ralph posting Knowing Me, Knowing You earlier. Some of the greatest pop songwriting ever. You guys fucking suck each other's dick talking about ABBA, you fucking fags, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's not only Ian, but I'm not gonna name names to bring up, because whatever. But there's certain people out there that have to bring up like, well, I'm not into the metal stuff. I like other types of music, like trying to pinpoint me as the metal guy, which I am the metal guy. But these people that say this hate ABBA. Oh, wow. You don't like ABBA, yet you're the one that's open-minded. And yeah, Joseph Staub, Know Me, Know You is a fucking awesome song. That's a great ABBA song, man. And I would tell anybody out there, if you really want to get into ABBA, the best album to do it is the album Gold. Buy ABBA Gold. That's the best way to get into ABBA, and then buy all their records. I think all their records is great. I thought their last album was fucking awesome. That song, I Have Faith in You, made me cry when I first heard it. When Agneta came in, fuck, I love ABBA, man. ABBA is the greatest pop band ever. I love Frida's voice too, man. I just love the fuck out of ABBA, man.
ABBA is ace of base for posers.
ABBA is fucking genius shit that fags like you will never understand.
All right. Greg Barnes. On the subject of Van Halen recordings from 1981, I can't find any soundboards of the Fair Warning Tour, as Ralph said earlier, but there are some decent amount of audio tapes out there. Some are good. Maybe that's what I have. Maybe it's not a soundboard, but it's a bootleg.
Yeah, there's many bootlegs of the Fair Warning Tour, but no soundboards.
All right. Music Fan 108. Is Gene Simmons really more down to earth than Paul Stanley is? I would say yes.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I would actually say just nicer. Like I said, out of all the KISS members that I met, and I met everybody except Eric Carr and Mark St. John, Gene was the nicest and the most, looked like he was paying attention to you. I told the story, many times about when I got knocked down at the KISS thing, and Gene stopped everything until he made sure that I was okay and shit, and just seemed engaged more, So for all the bad shit you see about him, beating him was a lot nice. Paul Stanley could have cared less, and Paul Stanley's my favorite, but he seriously would have rather been anywhere else than surrounded by fucking KISS nerds. And I get that.
Paul Stanley's your favorite. No wonder you hate KISS.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Drip Tank Swag Genie Kings Island shits on Cedar Point. Again, I think this is some Indiana talk. Let's see. Hannah Montana. Oh fuck. I hate when you fucking go up and then it just like jumps. Hannah Montana. Ian, since you're more into superhero movies, not, I mean, I watch them, but not what I'm more into. Do you like the Deadpool movies? I love the first two. I haven't seen the new one. Again, I'm not going to the theater to see that shit with a bunch of fucking retarded fucking Gen X or Zs or whatever the fuck they are on their phones. I'll watch it whenever I can get a copy of it. Um, but yeah, I'm over superhero movies. I mean, I watch a lot of them, but I want some real shit. I want some, Martin Scorsese, some Brian De Palma, some shit like that, some Tarantino, and unfortunately, you don't get that anymore because these fucking little kids don't have an attention span. TikTok motherfuckers, you get horrible movies like that fucking Twister shit I saw. It makes me not even want to watch a movie again.
I'd rather
Shit was
watch those
fucking.
horrible Hey Vern movies than fucking comic book movies.
I hear you. Joseph Staub, I got to see Earth, Wind, and Fire play Got to Get You Into My Life with Chicago earlier this month. It was awesome to see.
Beautiful.
Killer.
That's awesome. I'd love to see it. And you know what? Weren't they? They were here, man. I think yesterday, and I didn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tour. It was Chicago and Earth, Wind, and Fire because my friend Mercy went to it and she posted pictures. I would have gone, but I didn't
Oh,
know.
fuck yeah.
It
Fuck
looked
yeah, I
like an
would have gone.
outdoor venue. It was probably an amphitheater, but
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't know about it. I would have gone.
I mean, great catalogs from both of those bands. So I think it'd be I mean, even though, like, I mean, both those bands, you're lucky if there's like three members combined that are original. But whenever bands of that era get like new bands, they get competent musicians. So it always sounds good. It's just not, like legit, but it's still entertaining shows. Like when I saw, what was it, Cool and the Gang open up for Van Halen.
Oh, that
I
was
think there
awesome.
was, yeah, they were incredible, but I think there was only like two fucking members, and one of them was a roadie, that were fucking original. But it was great, and the crowd loved it, I know a lot of people bitched online, and I'm sure there was people at the show like, "What the fuck is this?" But once it started playing, and they realized how many of these songs that they know, people were going fucking crazy for it. Scoop Mids, thoughts on making a new Beetlejuice movie after all these years? If it's good, it's good. If it sucks, it sucks.
I didn't care for part one, so whatever.
Yeah. Cat, Drip Tank Swag Genie Cash Grab would rather see Howard Stern's buddy Beetlejuice movie. I'd love to see like a Beetlejuice movie. Love Beetlejuice. Connor Stratton. Ian, have you seen Long Legs with Nicolas Cage yet? No, but I'd like to. I heard good things. Again, Nicolas Cage is either going to be amazing or it's going to be shitty, but it's probably always going to be entertaining. Jimmy James Schwartz, is the Patreon still in works? I need to get back at it. I can't stand doing shit like that. And I don't know why, but it's hard for me. I tried linking everything and it wasn't working. And I was emailing the people from Patreon, like, why can't I like link this up with that and blah blah blah. And it's just one of those things. I know Ralph's got his own thing going and he hates doing shit like that too. I mean, that's why I think Ralph on his channel has a straight up like you PayPal him.
Yeah, no,
You know,
yeah,
because
yeah. Fuck Patreon. I go
yeah.
direct to the people.
Yeah, no, it's maybe we'll go that route in the future. It's just one of those things. Like, don't get me wrong, I would like to do something and make some money off this fucking shit, you know. But at the same time, I want it to be a value. I don't want it to break the bank. But it's like, dude, I got a fucking life. I got a full time fucking job, And as of right now, I get up at 3 in the fucking morning. I get home at fucking 5 in the afternoon. And I got to be at bed at fucking 8. So it's like it's low on the priority list. I'm just enjoying doing what I'm doing with rap. This shit is purely about the love of this shit and our friendship and talking about this shit. And I just get lazy when it comes to making money because I see that secondary. Even though, don't get me wrong, I'd like to make some fucking cash, but I do okay at my job, you know, and but I'm not saying I'm giving up, but it's just I get frustrated. I get frustrated. This shit, I don't know. I could download anything on the fucking dark web, but to set up shit like this, even to get our fucking show on iTunes was a fucking struggle. You know, it's just not my forte. And I wish we had people who took care of that, but I wouldn't want anybody to do it for free either. And if I ain't got the money to pay them, fuck it. So is what it is, but not saying it's over. We might do something in the future, but it's just low on my priority list. Brian Murphy just tuned in. Ramones, fuck yeah. Ramones kick ass. Greg Barnes to Ralph and Ian. I'm sorry for not being as gay as I used to be and disappointing you guys. I'll try to make up for it somehow. You know how you make up to it? Suck our cock.
Yeah.
Be gay again. Drip tank, swag genie. Man, that just flows off the fucking tongue. Greg, Ironcast is the greatest dead podcast of all time.
It's the greatest title for a podcast of all time.
Yeah. Scoop Minds, Greg, you won't be forgiven until you go on RuPaul's Drag Race. That'd be awesome. Yes, Rip Ironcast, Scoop Mids. Favorite Martin Scorsese movie? That's a tough one.
Goodfellas.
I love me some Goodfellas, but I'm a big. I mean, fuck. You got Raging Bull. You got fucking Taxi Driver.
Goodfellas.
I mean, that's a flawless movie.
I love Taxi Driver, though.
Yeah. I like 90% of Martin Scorsese's movies. Maybe 95. I mean, just the guy's amazing.
Goodfellas, though. That's the best.
It's a perfect movie. Brian Murphy, Great White or Tesla?
Well, by judging just by the first album, I'd go with Great White. But overall, Tesla became, is a better band than the bluesy Great White, in my opinion. I love the first three Tesla. No, actually, I loved that one album. Was it called In the Now? Something like that?
Into the Now. Yeah.
That's a good album, man.
Yeah, that was their first reunion album.
Yeah, that came out way after, their heyday, but the first three, Psychotic Supper was good.
Yeah.
I like the Great Radio Controversy, and the first one's my favorite. Yeah. Mechanical Resonance. But all those albums to me aren't as good as that first Great White album.
I would say Tesla overall, but Jack Russell's a better singer than Jeff Keith. But I love Jeff Keith.
So. Oh, yeah. Jack, and I'm not saying that because the guy's dead. Because, not that long ago on my channel, I did review the first Great White album. And it wasn't a donation. I wanted to talk about it. And I wanted to talk about how amazing Jack Russell was. And I even went further and said his vocals on Save Your Love are fucking unbelievably awesome. And Face the Day, that cover. There's a couple things I liked after the first album, but that first album is a shit.
Yeah. Let's see. Music fan wants to know, when's the last time Rat was able to headline an arena? I'm gonna go with Reach for the Sky. I don't know if they did arenas for Detonator.
Detonator, Detonator played it played the Miami Arena down here, but it was like half empty.
Yeah, and if I remember, there's a chance it was a place legendary venue that I never got to go to in Chicago. But right before it closed, I remember it was an outdoor amphitheater before the Chicago area got Tinley Park. Um, but it was Rat on Detonator tour and LA Guns was opening up. But I don't think it did very well. But I would say, like, sell tickets at an arena would probably be Reach for the Sky. But I think it was over quickly after that. Um,
The thing is, Rat was terrible live in the 80s. They had a horrible sound, man. I'm talking about, dude, I saw Invasion of Your Privacy, and then I saw Dancing Undercover twice and came back down. All three shows, terrible sound, where people were leaving in droves. You know how
wow.
horrible they sounded. I was like, dude, this ain't no coincidence. I went to 3 Rat shows in a row, and they sucked because the first time I saw Rat opening for Billy Squire, they sounded amazing. That was out of Celator. They sounded great. They blew Billy Squire off the stage badly. They were amazing.
Yeah.
And then every time I saw them after that in the 80s, it was fucking piss poor. And then when I saw the 97 reunion in a club, it
Yeah.
sounded great. That was great.
Yeah, I saw him. I never got to see him in the 80s. I think I saw him 3 times. And 2 times, I can't remember. It was 2 times Piercy was good or 1 time Piercy was good. But, I've seen him, both ways, Love the music, but I think it all depends on how Piercy's doing that night. But, yeah, as far as headlining, I would say, 88 with Reach for the Sky. Ralph, can you recommend some newer traditional heavy metal bands to listen to? Oh, I know you got a plethora to recommend.
I highly recommend a band called Tail Gunner. They're fucking awesome. My favorite is Thriller.
Really? Overnight Demon?
Thriller. Oh man, I like Thriller more than Night Demon.
Wow.
Um,
I gotta check out. I'm not familiar with Thriller, but man,
yeah,
I'm really loving some Night Demon.
well, Thriller and Night Demon ain't that new, but yeah, I'd throw them in there. But definitely check out Tail Gunner and Thriller.
Right on. Brian Murphy,
Well,
why do
oh,
you think?
wait. By the
Okay.
way, as much as I love Tail Gunner, one of the members of Tail Gunner is a prick. He started shit with me, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what,
Because
somebody
you like
asked
the
him,
Elder?
no, somebody asked an opinion, and I believe I gave a negative opinion on some shit, and he attacked me, and I was like, bro, and I even said it to him. I go, bro, you are such a dick, but man, your band rules. Even after he attacked me, I let him know that I thought he was a dick, but I loved his band. You're a dick, but I love your band.
Hey, that's pretty big of you, Ralph.
Yeah, well, I mean, what can I do?
All right. Brian Murphy, why do you think Tony Martin doesn't tour? Lack of interest or something else?
Lack of interest.
Yeah, I would say lack of. I think it's funny, like all the this latest Black Sabbath box set that's got all the Tony Martin shit, except for Eternal Idol. I was surprised to see how much attention it's gotten, but people like to rewrite history, and I loved it all along. Yeah, sure you did.
Hey,
Uh,
I want to say something, man. That, what I've been through this year. Well, there's a really cool dude out there. He's a viewer of my YouTube page. His name is King Dinosaur. I love King Dinosaur. Was
yeah,
going through a lot of shit himself with his dad and stuff, His dad's not doing well. And you know what I did, man? I sent him the Tony Martin vinyl box set.
oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah, man, because I was like, the guy's awesome. He donates to my channel, always saying nice things to me, his condolences and stuff. But before my dad died, he already told me how bad his dad was doing. And I was like, yeah, my dad's not that well either. We had that in common, and he's going through a lot of shit right now. And I was like, dude, I want to buy you the Tony Martin box set, and I did. So there you go.
Awesome. No, that's very nice of you, man. Because you're very lucky, man. So many of your listeners have sent you like
Yeah,
amazing fucking shit. You know,
exactly.
the only one that's ever did that for me was the fucking amazing Charlie Hill. That guy sent me some fucking cool ass shit. But you've had some people send you some amazing shit, and to see you do that for one of your listeners, you know, that's really fucking cool, and
Yeah,
that's
man.
some good karma coming your way for that, man. I commend you on that.
And he's always donating good shit. Albums I don't have to
Yeah,
study.
that's awesome. That's
Yeah,
very good of you, Ralph. Very good to hear.
yeah, he deserves it,
Uh,
man. I felt bad for him because he's in my shoes.
right.
Going, and then
Yeah.
I have people like Wilson in Chicago. I'm not going to talk about what he gives me, but every month he gives me something, and he's very, he's shows his
Yeah.
condolence. I just have the coolest fucking. There's a guy called Waylon. Oh my God, Dennis Turney Jr., Joseph Manella. All these people are just so fucking cool. Jacob Smith. I love them all, man. They're always sending me, to do stuff for them, and they're very polite and nice and just amazing people. Oh, Joe Hampson. If I didn't mention him, he's another awesome one. There's just so many that I hate to leave anybody out. I'm sorry if I'm leaving anybody out, but those are my regulars. And Mr. D. I just have the most awesome viewers, man. The nicest
Yeah.
people, you know.
Well, it's too bad you pissed off fucking Chuck Trainer because he used to give you like 10,000 a month. You know,
Yeah,
you shouldn't have fucked with that.
I not look, I'm not in war with Mark Allen Taylor. I mean, I don't talk to him or anything, but whatever. But Mark Allen Taylor would tell Chuck Charles, he's only being your friend because you're paying him those donations. But I guess Mark Allen Taylor was wrong, right? Because why would I unfriend Chuck Charles if I was only in it for the money? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, nothing can be further than the truth. I don't do shit for money. I would never be somebody's friend for money,
Right.
and then whatever. I mean, that guy's old news. I know he's still talking about me and what, and it is kind of scary. I mean, you think about it, it's like, God damn, man, can you shut up about me already? I already forgot about you. Why do people keep reminding me this guy's still fucking bitching about me? It's
Well,
scary, man.
his car still smells like us, so he can't forget you.
Whatever. I don't like talking about him anymore either.
All right.
I
All
mean, he
right.
loves talking about me, and let him keep talking about me all he wants. I don't want to talk about him or Terrence anymore.
All right. Let's get back to the comments then. Drip tank. God damn, I can't say this. Swag genie. What? Why can't your name be fucking Fred? God damn it. Um, Referring to the Tony Martin thing, he says because nobody was paying to see him with Sabbath, why would he come out now? I agree. It's all about money. I mean, Tony Martin could probably definitely make. It'd be more profitable for him to tour Europe, where their expectations of an artist is much lower than here in America. He could do good there, but not here. Future Squash, best Bruce Dickinson solo song. I don't know, Tower? What do you think?
Road to Hell.
Right on. Brian Murphy, Belladonna or Bush?
John Bush.
Hmm. I love both, but for Anthrax, Belladonna. Um, Drip Tank says bong hits. Fuck yeah. Brian Murphy, favorite James Bond? Do you mean movie or actor?
My
Uh,
favorite James Bond movie and actor is Roger Moore and The Spy Who Loved Me.
ooh, that's I mean, that's in my top fucking three. I'll tell you that much. Love the Spy. By far the best fucking Roger Moore one. Uh, Best Bond actor. I go back and forth between Connery and Craig. Uh, Favorite James Bond movie? I got to go with Casino Royale. Man, I fucking love Casino Royale. Future Squash. Ian, did you listen to the latest Uncle Acid album? If so, what did you think? Of course I fucking listened to it. And it's amazing. And it would be my favorite album of the year if it wasn't for Deep Purple. Uh, and I still, they're kind of like, what? And they're so fucking like apples and fucking oranges. But I think it's absolutely phenomenal. And I see that they're doing a tour of Europe where they're going to perform in its entirety. I hope it comes to the States, but I'm kind of realistic. I don't know, because I don't think it's done near as well as their other albums, but it's such a weird fucking album. I get it. But no, I think it's absolutely fucking mind-blowing. Love it. Drip Tank says, too bad Bohemian sucks. I agree with you. That's some shitty fucking music there. That's fucking some tarred shit. But Ralph likes it.
Yeah, I like it. I can give a fuck what y'all think. Fuck you all.
Jimmy James Schwartz.
But you know what? I will not say this, and I'm just going to say it now as an example. I won't say like, well, I don't care what you all think. I like Bohemians, because whenever anybody ever says, well, I don't care what you all think, it's because they care.
Right.
So I'm not going to say I don't care what you all think, but I really don't.
Jimmy James Schwartz, have you heard the Elder album with Elder and Cadaver? I think that's how you pronounce it. It's amazing. Yes, I'm a big fan of both of those bands. Are you? You said you're not familiar with Elder, Ralph. Have you heard of Cadaver? I believe they're from Germany.
No, but I worship Kiss Meets the Elder. Kiss music from the Elder.
Yeah. So there you go.
I love that album.
Ralph is gay and takes pills. Scooped Mids. I saw Behemoth live and Nargle. Really? Nargle? Nargle got hit in the face with pyro and kept playing like nothing happened. Not a fan, but that was bad at Nurgle. Fucking nerds.
The guy's awesome.
Drip Tank says Behemoth was the first extreme metal band I've ever seen open for Slayer and Lamb of God. Well, at least you saw Slayer.
Yeah, Lamb of God sucks.
Let's see, Drip Tank. They're a great live band. Would never buy an LP. Music fan 108. Heaviest Van Halen song. I would go with either Romeo Delight or Honey Baby Sweetie Doll.
The heaviest Van Halen song is On Fire.
Good one. Not complaining there. Scoop Mids. Is there any hope for David Lee Roth making a new record, or will he just continue uploading Lynchian dance videos? I wish he'd stop making the fucking dance videos.
There will be no more David Lee Roth albums. Mark my word.
I hope not. Yeah, you know the funny thing is though, he released, what was it, like a month or two ago? He did a version of Jenny 8675309.
Oh, I liked it.
I did too. I thought it was really fucking good, and I thought, he sang in his register. He didn't overdo it. He kept the spirit of the song. I was like, this is really fucking cool, do some shit like this. But all these songs that I've heard leaked from that John 5 project, I thought were fucking terrible. And I this dude is my fucking god. But I'm like most of you motherfuckers, I am honest, and it's not good. It's not good to me. Some people like it, whatever. Those dance videos, fucking
that David Lee Roth stuff is terrible.
Yeah, those dance videos creep me the fuck out. I'm worried about his fucking mental health. It's fucking horrendous. It's still more entertaining than fucking Sammy Hagar, who I love this. Now Sammy Hagar is saying he's fucking like the best of both worlds is going to make new music. I'm like, yeah, you already did it. It's Chickenfoot, you dumb fucks.
Yep.
Because it's Chickenfoot, but with Jason Bonham. But Jason Bonham fills in for Chad Smith half the time because he makes more money with fucking Chili Peppers. It's like fuck. Who gives a fuck? And it's funny. I've seen some of these Sammy shows. Like some of them have sold horrendous, and in other markets he's done really good. And just like I saw a video the other night. I don't know where he's playing, but the place was fucking packed. And all I could think about is where the fuck is Al Qaeda when you need him?
Yeah.
Fucking drive a plane into that shit. Kill them motherfuckers. Because I mean that alone would save Social Security. Because I don't think there's anybody there under fucking 65. He can't drive 55, but there's nobody there under 65. Fucking kill all those motherfuckers, man. And I'm sorry. Al Horta should have went up in one of those fires for going to that shit.
Ouch.
I'm just saying. You're either with us or you're with the fucking terrorists. That's all I'm saying. Scoop Mids, thoughts on Beatles Now and Then? Brought me to fucking tears.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Oh.
I bought it. I bought it on vinyl.
Gorgeous. I mean, seriously. Shit made me fucking cry. It was so fucking good. Love it. Scoop Mids. I'm sorry. Greg Barnes. I didn't pass my audition to be on RuPaul's Drag Race. They said I was too straight. I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah, me too.
Again, I am begging for Greg Barnes to go on RuPaul's Drag Race because I never miss an episode. I love that shit. Joseph Staub. What's the greatest movie of the last 10 years and why isn't it The Irishman? I love The Irishman.
Irishman was all right. It dragged a bit though.
Yeah, people complained about the length. I didn't mind it. I mean, it wasn't the best thing I've ever seen from Scorsese, but it was an incredible movie. As far as the best movie I've seen in the last 10 years, hard to, off the top of my head and drunk, I have no fucking idea.
I do. I have a favorite.
What's that?
Dr. Sleep.
Great movie, very underrated, man. And the funny thing is, The Shining got shit on when it came out. A lot of people shit on that. Critics, fans.
I did.
And now
I saw The Shining in the theater when it was new, and I hated it.
Really?
Yeah, because I was too young and stupid, man. Now it's my second favorite movie of all time. Only Jaws is better than The Shining, in my opinion.
Dude, I saw The Shining when it came out 6 years old. Me, my dad, and my grandfather, we drove up to Chicago Heights, which was like, halfway in between where we lived and Chicago, to go see it. And it terrified the fuck out of me. I loved it. I understood it about as much as a fucking 6-year-old could. But to me, I loved it because the kid in the movie was me. We're about the same age. I've always loved it. But, look at The Thing. I was surprised when the interweb starts up and fucking everybody's talking about how The Thing didn't do well. And, they're like, oh, that year people wanted to see E.T., not The Thing, as far as a space alien. Fuck, I saw The Thing when it came out in the theaters. Saw it at the Metaview Theater in Kankakee, Illinois. And I fucking loved it. I didn't realize people didn't get it at first. I think Dr. Sleep's going to be like that. Dr. Sleep was fucking awesome.
Yep.
It's one of the... I didn't read the book. I've read a lot of Stephen King, but I haven't read the book. But I love the way he bridged, he took a lot of elements out of the novel, but he also made it a sequel to Kubrick's version of it. And, sometimes doing it faithful doesn't work. Anybody who's seen the fucking TV movie version of The Shining can tell you that. I mean, it's much more faithful to the book. There's the first Stephen King book I read. Much more faithful. But it sucks. It sucks hard. Give me fucking Stanley Kubrick any fucking day. What's funny, Oh god, let me go to it now. This was gonna be my fucking picture, but I fucking went with this because of my immense hatred for Sammy Hagar. Oh, what did I fuck up? Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Here we go. No. I love The Shining. Let me get back to our questions. Here we go. Now, Future Squash. Now that a couple months have passed, what do you think of Invincible Shield? I got to go back to it. I was pleasantly surprised when it came out. I was really fucking happy with it, especially because as they were releasing the singles, I wasn't fucking feeling it. And then when I heard the album, I was like, fuck yeah. But I didn't stick with it the same way I stuck with Firepower. Firepower, man, I listened to a lot. So I'd have to go back now to give you an honest opinion. And I got to pee again. Ralph, why don't you tell them where you're at with Invisible Shield 5 months later?
Yeah, I loved it, but yet I don't go back to it. It's weird, huh? You know, like I love the new Deep Purple, and I keep going back to that. I love the Thriller album. It's called Street Metal. I keep going back to that. And lately, man, I've been listening to the Runaways a lot, man. I mean, I can't every day for like, I don't know, it's about a month now. Every single day, I play at least one Runaways album. It's good fun. And what else? And like yes, drama. I listen to a lot. I liked the Last Night Demon, which I didn't like at first because it was kind of different. But now I love it. I love the. It's called Outsider. It's a grower though. All the other Night Demon albums before that grabbed me right away. Outsider didn't, but I really dig it now. I listen to that a lot. And what else? What else have I been listening to? REO Speedwagon Live 1979. I got that on Amazon. It brings the DVD. So I've been listening to that. And Kansas Monolith. That's another one I listen to a lot. I've been listening to a lot of classic rock. Crystal Ball from Styx, I listened to the other day.
Fake.
Yeah, Monolith from Kansas. Don't Look Back, Boston. I love all that shit. Infinity from Journey. You're back, Ian. All right, good.
Yes, sir. All right, Jardy, give your thoughts on Invisible Shield.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question. Was there any comeback album that you were disappointed in? There's been many comeback albums I was disappointed in, but none more than Psycho Circus. You know,
I can name, and believe me, I'm not a big fan of Psycho Circus, but I can name an even worse comeback album than
what's that?
Psycho Circus. Masterpiece by Metal Church. Ooh.
Yeah. See, but Metal Church is so low on my fucking radar. There was no.
Oh no! To me, it was the return of David Wayne. I thought it sucked, and then David Wayne, after that album, made an album called Metal Church with the name of the band called Wayne. That album fucking rules. That should have been the reunion album for Metal Church.
Yeah.
And of course, 13 Black Sabbath. I think is even worse than Psycho Circus.
Whew. It's kind of neck and neck, but I'm gonna have to go with the impact it had on me, and I think nothing disappointed me more. And it's probably because of my age. I mean, I was like 26 when fucking Psycho Circus came out, so it hit me a lot more. By the time 13 came out, I was pretty jaded and kind of like already set up for like you're never gonna relive your youth. I mean, I really thought like fucking Psycho Circus was gonna be the best thing since Love Gun. I had such high expectations. I'm like, oh, they're gonna pick up where they left off. It's gonna be amazing. They're the greatest band ever. And then it was just like fucking adulthood and reality fucking drop kicked me right in the fucking jaw, you know. That album fucking sucks so bad. I think it's worse than 13.
No,
Uh,
and believe me, I'm not a fan of Psycho Circus, but at least I can find a couple songs I like off of.
yeah, but no, you like Psycho Circus definitely more than me. You like that
I
fucking
can't find one
BR1
song
shit.
I like on 13. 13 to me even more insulting, I thought. Than
But again, I mean, put it this way: which one between these two albums, which one did you think like, okay, this could be the be all, this could be starting it all over again? To me, by the time 13 was coming out, and I know Bill Ward's not there, I'm already ready for disappointment. You know what I mean? Whereas with Kiss, it was the original four. You think they're going to record and it's going to be that same old magic. I was ready for 13 to suck. I expected it not to be that great. But I had, Psycho Circus, I believed was going to be amazing.
either way,
So,
I like Psycho Circus more than 13.
okay. All right. Future Squash. Ralph, have you heard new traditional metal band's Wings of Steel? Also, which Tail Gunner member attacked you? Do you remember? Because I'm a big Tail Gunner fan, and I'm interested to know which one.
I think it was the bass player, and I won't go as far to say he attacked me, but yeah, well, I guess so. I guess he goofed on me for because he's a pickle whistler. He got upset over an opinion.
Right.
So, but I told him, I said, "Wow, you're a dick, but your band rules." I could be wrong, but I think it was the bass player.
Gotcha. But the other part of that question, have you heard the band Wings of Steel?
No,
Okay.
I like the title of the. I like the name of the band. I'll check it out.
All right. Scoop Mids, thoughts on Clerks 3? I wasn't impressed. Neither was I.
I
I was
thought it
disappointed.
sucked. I thought it sucked, and man, I gotta tell you, Clerks 2 was pretty damn good.
Yeah. I like
Clerks
Clerks
2,
2, not as much as everybody else, but I liked it. But Clerks 3, I just didn't like the whole vibe of it. Just
yeah,
everything about it sat wrong with me. And Dante dying, even, oh shit, spoiler alert. Uh, even though he was supposed to die in the original, I mean, that was the original ending to, Clerks. Uh, but yeah, I was disappointed. I don't get all the love for it. And I'm a Kevin Smith fan, and I always hope every time he comes up with a movie, I always hope it's going to be good because I'm pulling for him. I think he's a great guy.
I like
Um,
Dogma. I thought that was a good movie.
oh, love Dogma. My favorite is always going to be Chasing Amy. I love fucking Chasing Amy. Um, but is what it is. I wasn't expecting it to be that great, but I was surprised that it got as positive response as it did. Also, Scoop Mid's favorite Coen Brothers movie. That's a tough one.
Name them. I
That's
don't
a
know. I don't know shit about pop culture. Name the
okay.
movie.
Blood Simple, Raising Arizona, Oh Brother Where Art Thou, Fargo, Big Lebowski.
Fargo rules. I like Big
Uh,
Lebowski too, but Fargo's my favorite out of that list.
uh, Boy, that's a tough one. I mean, because all the ones I don't, they have much more than what I named. But Fargo is fucking amazing. But
Uh,
Big Lebowski, and it's funny. Big Lebowski was a movie that when it came out did not do well. I remember going to it on a date, and the person I went with thought it sucked. I was like, "This movie's awesome. You're fucking retarded." Um, I love Big Lebowski, but Blood Simple's fucking amazing. Raising Arizona's fucking. I mean, still this day, nothing makes me laugh as much as when I can't remember if it's John Goodman or the other guy raises his hands in the trailer to hit the person, and he scrapes his knuckles on the stucco ceiling. He's like, "Ow!" Anybody who knows the stucco ceiling, it's fuck. I don't know. That shit makes me laugh every fucking time. Uh, big fan of theirs. Um, but yeah, Fargo, Big Lebowski, all that shit. Great shit. Connor Stratton says, "You'll be happy to hear that I've introduced Trinity to James Bond. We finished You Only Live Twice recently. Her current favorite is From Russia with Love. Uh, From Russia with Love is really considered like a benchmark for him. And I like it better than I did when I was a kid, but it's still nowhere near my top. I love it, but it's
That
just,
was the one with Robert Shaw, right?
yeah, yeah.
That's a great one.
I like it, but I don't know. To me, I'll take Dr. No or Goldfinger over that. But
You
man,
know,
so
it
many
was
people
when I
love.
was a kid, what I thought was the worst. You know, when I was a kid, there was a James Bond movie that went straight to TV, and it was
Which one?
called, was it Majesty Secret Service, something like that?
Well, no, that was released in theaters. The one with George Lazenby. I love that one.
Well, I'm talking
Love
about
it.
in the 70s. There was a movie that was released on TV. I can't remember the name. That shit sucked.
Hmm. I'm not sure which one you're talking about, but I love On Your Majesty's Secret Service. Most people hate it because it's the only one George Lazenby did, and he's not the best Bond, but I love the story and the direction and everything. I wish Connery would have made that movie because it would have elevated it even more. But I'm a big fan of On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Purple Floyd 1728 says Dirty Movies is also a pretty heavy Van Halen song. Love that one. Music Fan 108. Was there really a rivalry in the late 80s between thrash and glam metal bands? Uh, I don't
Well,
know as much with the bands as it was the fans. You know?
yeah, I really hated the hair metal shit, and I was on the thrashing side. You know, I liked hair metal in the infancy, but then once Theater of Pain came out, all those bands I liked released shitty albums like Black and Blue sucked after that. And all these bands that just try to get all glammy and shit. But so I went the thrash route. And, you know, not Disney thrash, by the way, like real thrash. And I
Yeah.
was more of a thrasher, man.
All right. Scoop Med says Doctor Sleep is awesome. A lot of Kubrick nerds hate it, which perplexes me. Uh, I mean, that's to be expected. I mean, Mike Flanagan did awesome, but he's not Stanley Kubrick, and there's not the multi layers in Doctor Sleep that there is in The Shining. But it's still a good movie. But again, it's apples and fucking oranges, and I appreciate it for what it is. Um, he also says, oh shit, where do you go now? I love a lot of what Mike Flanagan does. He also did Gerald's Game, which is another Stephen King book he did. Gerald's Game I thought was really awesome, and I think that was a Netflix movie or not A&E. I think it had to be Netflix or something like that. But Gerald's Game, and I read that book. It was a great book, and the movie I thought did great justice. Yeah, I'm a Mike Flanagan fan. Did you see Gerald's Game, Ralph?
Nope.
It's a good one. Scoop Mids also said he's supposed to do a Dark Tower for TV soon. Uh, yeah, I hope it's better than that Dark Tower movie because that shit was fucking terrible. Holy fuck. And I've never read the Dark Tower books. I know, a lot of people are fans of that series. I never read it, but I did see the Dark Tower movie, and that shit was fucking terrible. Scoop Mids again. Your favorite Runaway song? Mine is Black Leather. What says you, Ralph?
Born to Be Bad.
All right. Well, I know some Runaways. I'm not real well versed in them, so I'm gonna go with the fucking vanilla answer, which is Cherry Bomb. I love that fucking song, and I did have the privilege of seeing that song performed twice in like a couple weeks. Once by Lita Ford and once by Joan Jett. That was pretty cool. Scoop Mids. I used to defend Psycho Circus because I grew up with it, but listening to it now in my 20s, I realized my childhood was a lie. Welcome to the club. I used to think Kiss was the greatest band of all time, and then I fucking grew up. Catman says,
You're cursed because Paul Stanley was your favorite member. That's why you hate Kiss so much.
"Yeah,
It
and
makes
your
sense.
your favorite member is gay and takes pills."
Yeah, but still better than Paul Stanley.
Yeah.
Better solo album.
Nope. Catman says Clerks ruled. Are you referring to the original or Clerks 3? Yeah, I mean, I think everybody agrees the first Clerks is fucking awesome. Joseph Staub basically came out of the closet and said, I can't lie, Psycho Circus is by far my favorite Kiss album post Lick It Up. Aside from You Wanted the Best and the atrocious Peter Criss song, I think every track rules. Well, that's a sure sign that you'll never have children unless you adopt.
Hey, Joseph Staub,
and I love you, Joseph. I love you.
Joseph Staub just admitted the greatness of the song "We Are One."
Ugh, that's so fucking gay, dude. That is so fucking gay. That song.
So what, man? So is "Without You" in the last Motley Crue song. You like?
Oh, "Without You." That's a good one, man.
Yeah, but it's gay.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But it's not that gay. It's not. It's bi-curious. That "We Are One." That's like full blown AIDS. That's full blown. That's not like you have HIV. That's like, no, you got AIDS, and you're gonna die, and no amount of fucking Magic Johnson money is gonna get you out of it. You dead. I think.
It's better than.
Music fan 108. What songs do you think Kiss could have played live from the albums The Elder and Carnival of Souls if they did tours for both of the albums?
They'll do what they did on Fridays. World Without Heroes, The Oath, and I.
Yeah.
But I can see them do. They can do Blackwell and Escape from the Island. Those, I mean, but song like my favorite song on there, Under the Rose. I don't think will be good live. It's just too, orchestrated for it to. I don't think they can pull it off live. But the rockin' songs, Mr. Blackwell, The Oath, I, and and then The World Without Heroes. That's I think all they would do from that album.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I would have loved to see World Without Heroes live. I do love that song.
I did see him play it unplugged, and when Paul Stanley, that solo,
same thing at the Kiss fucking fan convention thing.
Dude, that solo that was amazing.
Oh yeah. No, I do. I like that song. Ain't gonna lie. As far as Carnival of Souls, fucking Jungle would have been amazing.
Masters and Slave.
Yeah, Masters and Slaves would have been good. I definitely think the Carnival of Souls shit would have lent itself better live than The Elder.
I think the greatest Paul Stanley vocal performance, other than A Million to One, is It Never Goes Away from Carnival of Souls.
Yeah, I don't mind that song either.
That's total grunge.
I'll never forget going to a Kiss convention before the original Kiss convention when they you could buy the bootleg of Carnival of Souls, and I had on cassette. Oh man, threw that in my fucking. I listened to that shit all the time. I was like, oh, this is fucking amazing. I tell you, Carnival of Souls better than fucking Psycho Circus. That's for goddamn sure.
I think it's better than Psycho Circus and Revenge.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right, actually. Hannah Montana, were you a fan of the last Y&T album, Face Melter? Didn't listen to it.
I never heard it, and I love Y&T. I should be ashamed of myself.
And I need to check it out. My whole thing, I've said this a gazillion times. To my ears, Dave Meniketti sounds so much like Sammy Hagar. It kind of takes me out of it. But then again, fucking, the song Dirty Girl. I think that's on Earthshaker or whatever. Is that right, Ralph?
Yeah.
Dude, that fucking song is godly. God, but I kind of look at it the same way. Like, I am not a UFO fan, but fucking Lights Out and Doctor Doctor, fucking amazing. But other shit that people consider like fucking like Live to Love or Love to Live or whatever, I can't stand that fucking song. That Purple Roses, Pink Horseshoes, whatever the fuck he says during that shit. That shit's
I
fucking
love
terrible.
that song. That song's awesome.
Oh, I know. I fucking
Mystic
I know.
green and blue, love
Yeah,
to love you.
yeah. I know I'm in the minority. I know everybody gets it, but me. But fuck. I'd rather hear Michael Schenker's Perfect Timing than most UFO. Let's see. But I am all about. I want Dave Manichetti to be healthy, and I hope he gets to make more albums. I have nothing against Dave Manichetti as a person, and I just wish he didn't sound like Sammy Hagar.
Dave Manichetti did not ruin Van Halen.
Yeah, yeah. So he's got that going for him, and plus he just seems like a cool dude. You know,
I met him.
he seems. Yeah, was he cool?
Very cool.
See, point taken. Sammy Hagar's a douche. Greg Barnes, what's your favorite Van Halen song with keyboards? Mine is "I'll Wait." It's my favorite song from 1984. I love "I'll Wait." I love that fucking song. Oddly enough, though, I'm just thinking right now off the top of my head and being drunk. This could be a hot take, but I would say fucking Saturday Afternoon in the Park, One Foot Out the Door. I fucking love that shit. I love how it goes from this weird like proggy shit to fucking, like almost like a punk song, It's fucking amazing. What a way to end fucking Fair Warning. And I don't mind Eddie's keyboards in the Dave era. To me it's like, the Sammy era is where it like fucking really went to shit. That being said, I think the worst fucking Van Halen instrumental, even if you're taking into account the Sammy Hagar era, is the song 1984. That shit's just fucking terrible. Fucking terrible. Should never made the fucking album.
I've always said that the only song I don't like from the Six Pack is 1984. I love every other song off every other album. And and honestly, not that it's a bad song, but a song of Van Halen that I really don't care that much of, but it's not a bad song, is Panama.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah.
I
don't get that. I mean, I could see like the overkill factor with Panama, but I can't see like the not liking it, but I can see
I like it. I do like it.
Right. No, I know.
I don't love it. Like Hot for Teacher, I love.
Yeah.
I love Drop Dead Legs. I love Top Jimmy. I loved what else? I'll Wait is my favorite as well. With the keyboard, I'll Wait rolls. And when you have those Vangina nerds going, Eddie Cruz a musician, you don't like Vangina because of the keyboard. I like Van Halen because of the keyboards. I love Jump. I love it. And The Cradle Will Rock. I love Sunday Afternoon in the Park. I love Intruder. I love all that stuff with the keyboard because it had an edge. It wasn't a shitty, pretty little bullshit with love lyrics, Yeah.
The only the only thing that keeps Dancing in the Streets from being the worst Van Halen song is fucking 1984, in my opinion.
I love Dancing in the Streets. I love it way more than Panama.
But that's the thing, it's like, it drives me nuts when people are like, "Oh, you're just a Roth tard," and anything Roth does, like, no, there's plenty of shit Roth has done wrong. And I think
but if somebody says to me, "I'm just a Roth tard because of the Six Pack," I'd have to agree with them. Yeah, I am. I'm a total Rothard because of that 6-pack. 100%.
Right, but to me, like when I hear raw tard, I think of Kiss tards who make excuses for everything that Kiss does. Is like, people who are like, oh, fucking Hot in the Shade is fucking amazing. It's like, no, it's not. To me, a tard is when you give everything a pass. Everything the band does is fucking great. An honest fan. I mean, I can't think of any fucking band where I think every song is a 10 out of 10, or I'm talking about Sabbath, Zeppelin, all this fucking, the Beatles have shitty songs, a tar just like, you can't admit anything's wrong. And there was a period when I was a Kiss tard, when I was a kid, dude, whatever it was, no, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, I was never that way. I hated
Yeah.
Love Theme from Kiss the first time I heard it in the 70s.
And I still love Theme to Kiss. I love that fucking song.
I hated Hooligan when I first heard it.
I like Hooligan.
And I love I hate that song. I love Then She Kissed Me.
Yeah. Hey, Paul Stanley, my favorite, fucking Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me, or whatever the fuck that shit is. It's fucking terrible. Still love that album. Future Squash, thoughts on last Steel Panther album? Would you still go see them live?
Yeah,
I have not heard.
Yeah, I'll go see them live still, but they haven't released a good album in years. I think All You Can Eat was spotty. Balls, the first two are great. All You Can Eat had its moments, but after that, I didn't like Heavy Metal Rules and whatever. I tried. It's just, but live they're still hilarious.
Yeah, I've never seen them live. I would like to. I didn't listen to the last Steel Panther album, so I heard that 1987 song, and it wasn't. It was all right, but to me, it's like jokes wearing thin kind of shit, But no, I'd love to go see him live. Scoop Mid says best. God damn it, jumped up again. Best Motley Crue song post 1983.
All right. Including Karabi, I'd say Uncle Jack. Not including Karabi, I'd say Wild Side.
Yeah. Okay. So best post 83 song with Vince Neil, Primal Scream. Best song with Karabi, Hooligan's Holiday, by far. Mega Zap, best Y&T album.
Earthshaker for me.
Okay. I haven't heard. I can't give you an honest answer. I don't think I've ever listened to a Y&T album all the way through. But Dirty Girl, I think, is a perfect fucking song. God damn. I mean, seriously, I think that song's a fucking masterpiece. But I also like Contagious, which most Y&T fans hate that fucking album. But I still think it's better than fucking Summertime Girls. I think that album, In Rock We Trust, I might have heard.
Summertime Girls was off the live album. That's a terrible song.
Yeah,
that's a song that the band hates too.
Yeah. Future Squash, thoughts on Alice in Chains albums without Lane Stanley?
Love them. I love them both.
Yeah, I love them. Well, yeah. Well, shit. I think there's like 3 or 4 of them now.
Oh, really? I only know of 2.
Well, there's From Black to Blue or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, I know that one. That's the first one.
Yeah, there's the Dinosaur album.
That's the only ones I know.
And then Rainier Fog. That was the last one they did.
Yeah, I don't know that one. I have to look into it because I really enjoy the later Alice in Chains.
Yeah, no, that's a band like I thought, no, you're dead in the water without Lane, but I like what they did. Let's see. I could see Gene spitting blood to Mr. Blackwell if they did an Elder tour.
Yeah, yeah, I can totally see that.
Yeah, but who cares? Hannah
I do.
Montana, how do you rate Detroit Rock City as far as being a funny movie? One of my favorite movies ever. Uh, it's funny for what it is. I mean, it's not great, but I mean, I would rather watch Detroit Rock City than listen to a Kiss album. So I'll put it that way.
I just did a news report on Detroit Rock City, so I shouldn't give away spoilers, but I'll talk about what I feel about the movie because the news story I did, it's I didn't I didn't know some of this, that it's pretty much ruined the Kiss lineup because of well, whatever, I'll say in the news report. But
Okay.
I liked the movie. I thought the movie was funny. There's two scenes I thought were stupid and shouldn't have made the movie. The scene where they beat up the disco guys and put makeup on them.
Yeah.
I think that shouldn't have made the movie. And the part where the unrealistic part where the guard dogs are all of a sudden on the side of the guy that just broke into the
Yeah.
junkyard, whatever. That those two scenes without that. But my favorite scene of the whole movie always
Is the
cracked
kid.
is when he goes up to those two little kids. Hey, give me your Kiss tickets.
Kiss sucks.
Kiss sucks. That is the greatest line in the whole movie.
Love it. Um, Scoop Mid says favorite Van Halen deep cut. And I got two answers for this. Of the original six pack, the one that I am like so fucking in love with now, and I used to be not that big a fan, and I think even when we did our '84 review, I was like, it's all right. And I know Ralph wasn't a fan. Good Girl Gone Bad.
Well, I would.
Holy,
You know what, man? If I'm going to talk about a deep cut, I'll talk about something they didn't play, and they played "Girl Girl Gone Bad" on 1980.
right,
I'm talking
right,
about
but
a song they never played live. Now they did play Sunday Afternoon in the Park live on the Fair Warning tour. You'd expect them not to play that one, but they did. But they didn't play One Foot Out the Door, and that to me
love
is
it.
my pick.
Yeah, but yeah, Good Girl Gone Bad because I changed my mind. I used to be one of those. I was like, and now I fucking love that one. And usually, I would say for the past year, that is the song. It's almost like a ritual I listen to before we record. Uh, I put that on before I sign on. I listen to it and just like I'm in love with it. Um, as far as like when Dave came back, Honey Baby Sweetie Doll, I just think doesn't get enough love. I mean, that song is just so fucking heavy. It like erases, in my mind, all the damage they did with Sammy Hagar and Gary Sharon. It's that fucking good. It's back to like fucking Romeo Delight, Honey Baby Sweetie Doll. And as far as I know, that's one of the songs that, wasn't, something, the songs they just reworked. That was like a new composition. And it's just fucking mind blowing. I love it.
Well, there's
Love it.
pretty much that whole album's a deep cut.
Right.
You know,
Music fan, or hold on. Charles No says, please don't say that about Dave from Y&T. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I know Ralph doesn't get it either. But to me, he sounds scarily close to Sammy. But I don't hate him the way I hate Sammy Hagar. But it's just, I think it kind of prevents me from getting more into Y&T. Who is the tallest member of Kiss? Gene, I believe.
yeah, I think so.
Joseph Staub says, we are one rules. Like Gene says, if you fantasize, you'll feel it deep inside yourself. It's a miracle. I know those lyrics still manage to score with multiple women. I have no idea what the fuck you're saying. We are one
Saying
fucking
that we are
sucks.
one's awesome and you're stupid.
Okay. God damn it, jumped up again. Joe Rum. Favorite recent Ian quip. Well, there you go. I've always said Randy Rhoads, so easy, even a woman could play it. Yeah, and that was a joke, by the way. You know, like most of the shit I say. I meant no offense to female guitar players. They're amazing. That was a joke. I love Randy Rhoads and I love women guitar players. But yeah, you know, funny's funny. Comedy's not pretty. And that's what I do. Thank you, but you got the joke. Uh, just like I saw like fucking Mark Daly fucking stalking me on fucking Facebook. There was a thing on that your what's that gay site you go on to for Man of War, Mofos of Metal?
Oh my God, you're on that?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. But they had a post, they said, Randy Rhoads or Adrian Smith. And I put Adrian Smith's a better pilot.
Oh. Oh, that's the group I told you. I go on there and no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
Manowar versus Black Sabbath. Fuck Black
Oh,
Sabbath. Manowar. I'm always pissing everybody off there.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Damn it. I got to piss again. But Hannah Montana wants to know, out of all the MTV Unplugged albums, what's your top 3? And I will be right back.
I'll answer that. Number 1, without a doubt, Kiss. That's the greatest Unplugged album ever. I really enjoyed Alice in Chains. That'd probably be my second one. Man, my third would probably be Aerosmith was pretty good. Nirvana was pretty good. I'm not the biggest Nirvana guy, but their Unplugged was okay. Where Did You Sleep Last Night? That song, that's pretty good. I liked it. Jesus Used Me as a Sunbeam. I forgot. A good cover of David Bowie's "The Man Who Sold the World" is. I don't mind Nirvana, but I do feel like they're very overrated. I only like the popular Nirvanas. I like only Nevermind. Bleach sucked. It's the one everybody loves. I like Negative Creep, About a Girl, and Love Zone. 3 songs off Bleach. Insecticide sucked. And but it did have Grandma Take Me Home. I like that song. And Molly's Lips. I know it's a cover. And fucking Utero. Next question. All right. Next question, Ian. No. Stay right there. Come on, puppy. I came to sit down again because she fell asleep. Sleep like that. Stay right there. Stay right there. Okay? I feel so bad, but this dog wants to climb on me again, and I had to lay down because, go back to sleep.
Did you already do your Unplugged shit?
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of the fucking Unplugged shit. But I would say...
She's back on me, man.
What's that?
She's back on me. So,
oh, the bitch is back.
Come on, baby. You're going to have to go here, okay? Come on.
I would say Alice in Chains.
Lay down. Lay down.
Neil Young.
Lay down.
And, Nirvana. But definitely thumbs up to the Little Scene Rat Unplugged. I like that. I believe Michael Schenker was there for that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Dug it. But yeah, fuck that. Plug in your fucking amps. Our Hearts Condemn You. We Love You Too Bad, Mama Jammas. That's awesome. Greg Barnes. Huge Queen and Elton John fan here. Duh. But I can't admit they both made bad songs. Good. Scoop Mine says love theme from Piss. Music fan. Thoughts on Mother Love Bone? 1,000 times better than Pearl Jam. I'll tell you that fucking much.
I don't care for him. I like Pearl Jam more.
Ugh. Okay. Best zombie movie. Oh, hold on. I'm skipping one. Hey, it's Eric Rmcp. I was working late. Sorry. Love you guys. Love you too, brother.
Apology not accepted.
Okay. Yeah, you pissed Ralph off. Way to go, asshole.
Ruined my day, RMCP.
Best zombie movie not directed by George Romero. Boy, that's neck and neck.
No,
I would.
lay down.
There,
No,
there's part of me that's gonna say Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead remake. I was really surprised. I expected it to suck,
stay down.
but I was very happy with it. But hands down, best zombie movie not directed by George Romero would be Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, that'd be mine. Brains.
Love, yeah, love
You
that
guys
movie.
ever heard my song "Zombie Assault"? The last
Fuck
thing
yeah.
I sing in the song is brains.
Scoop Mids, is there a dream guitar instrument you could own? What would it be? Hands down, a Tony Iommi left-handed SG would be my pride possession.
Me would be a Frankenstrat.
God damn. Bleeding. Best Slayer album post seasons. I would go with Christ Illusion.
I'd go with World Painted Blood.
Wow, that surprises me. But honest answer. Favorite Godzilla movie?
The first one with Raymond Burr.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd go with that. Connor Stratton, Detroit Rock City is a great movie, but I thought the ending was really rushed. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it's popcorn shit. Best song on Queensryche EP. Queen of the Reich.
Queen of the Reich.
Let's see. Another great unplugged show, in my opinion, was the MTV show, the one where Doc and One Night Live. Great versions of those songs. Good vocals by Mick on Tooth and Nail and Jeff on Just Got Lucky. I mean, yeah, that was an unplugged show, but it wasn't like MTV Unplugged, but good concert. Scooped Mid's favorite concert film.
Pink Floyd live in Pompeii.
Ooh, that's a good one. Live in Pomp. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that one. M. Wilson, Ralph and Ian are the best. What's the best adaptation of It, TV movies or the motion pictures a couple years ago? I mean, I'm kind of biased to the TV movie. I mean, I much prefer Tim Curry's performance and makeup as opposed to what's his name in the movies. But it chapter 1 was really good. It chapter 2, yeah, it wasn't as good, but I still liked it. But I'm partial because of my age to the TV movie. Ralph, you have an opinion?
No, I never even seen the TV movie. I did see the movie. I guess it was part 1. Whatever. It ain't no Terrifier. That was good.
All right. Have you, McSorley, Fan 33, have you guys heard the new album by Jat? Or the new album Jat by Sabri yet? I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Ralph, do you know? Okay. Future Squash, Ghost live album Ceremony and Devotion, or Night Demons Live Darkness?
I'm going with Ghost.
I haven't heard Night Demons, but I'd probably take that one because Ghost is. I'm so fucking over them. Talk about a band that peaked with their first album. Joseph Stagg, I've been on a huge King Crimson kick lately. I don't know if you guys ever heard you guys talk about them. Probably their heaviest, the 70s prog band. I love their entire discography. Huge King Crimson fan. And yeah, but it's one of those bands that, what era are you talking about, and who's in the band? Because the comedy of that band changes from lineup to lineup. I mean, look at the shit they did in the late 60s, early 70s, and then you got the early 80s with the Adrian Belew era, and shit like Discipline. Fucking amazing. Love King Crimson. Ralph?
I only own like a compilation CD of theirs that has 20th Century Schizoid Man and another song that I was familiar with. I like those songs. you know, and I like that compilation album I got. So that's all I can say about that. I hate the album cover of the King Crimson with the guy screaming that pic.
Yeah.
I don't know. That painting disturbs me. I don't like it. It's kind of like when Stewie, you know Stewie from Family Guy.
Yeah.
You ever seen the episodes where he sees the Queen News of the World album cover?
I don't remember it
It's
offhand.
fucking. It happened more than once. Stewie sees that album cover and he freaks out. I got that shirt, by the way. I love that album cover.
Oh, I do too. And probably the best Queen album.
Yeah.
Next to
well, no, it's not
next,
my favorite, but it's a damn good album.
I would say next to best two fucking Queen albums, News of the World and Flash Gordon soundtrack. Let's see. Elm Wilson says favorite non-Romero zombie album would be Shaun of the Dead. Worst is Army of the Dead. I do like Shaun of the Dead, not as much as most people. Like of the Coronado trilogy or whatever you call it, it's my least favorite. I'd take fucking what's it, Hot Fuzz and what was the other one? End of the World. I'd take both those over Shaun of the Dead. As far as Army of the Dead, yeah, was thoroughly disappointed. That was like Zack Snyder coming back as like a prequel to his Dawn of the Dead remake. It's fucking terrible. And then there was another one he did, which was even worse.
Dawn of the Dead remake was fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, I loved it, and
the zombies were fucking running.
Oh yeah, I was on full on hater mode when that shit came out. I'm like, I'm gonna hate this shit. I'm a George Romero motherfucker, and I saw that I was like, this is good as fuck, man. I love it.
Yeah, Willie from my band still hasn't seen it because he refuses to. And I kept telling him, you gotta see it.
No, I think you're, and there's still some people who can't, like, they just can't accept it got remade. And I get that. I get having that feeling. But as a George Romero fan, I say give it a fucking chance, man, because I thought it, visually was awesome. I love the mix of the humor and the horror. They didn't go too fucking retarded. They kept it scary enough. And you care about the characters. That's the biggest thing in horror movies, because you feel it a lot more when the characters you care about die than when you get into like Friday the 13th, fucking 5 and on, you get these characters you meet 1 second they're here and the next scene they're dead. You don't give a fuck. When you're invested in the characters and they die, you feel it. So, but check it out. Megazap, what do you prefer, a good quality hand cam bootleg or pro shot? I prefer bootlegs, worst quality and all. What says you, Ralph?
I prefer pro shot.
Yep, me too. Me too. Or whatever has the best sound, which is usually a pro shot. This is a fucking funny ass question. Holy shit. Music Fan 108. Who was heavier in the 70s, Kiss or AC/DC?
AC/DC, man.
Yeah. Duh. Stupid question, but thanks for playing. Joseph Stout. I love the albums In the Court of the Kings and Crim and Discipline. But by far my favorite is the one they did, Lark's Tongues, Starless, and Red. Thark is an underrated album. Those are all great. Red's a really good album.
I'm sorry. This dog is too much. I gotta lay down again. I'm sorry. Okay. I wanted to stay sitting up, but I feel bad for her.
All right. Next question. Favorite Simpsons episode? I don't fucking know. I like The Simpsons, but I can't think of an episode.
Yeah, they had so many great ones. I would have to say there was one with Krusty the Clown. I can't remember the premise, but he was such an asshole to everybody. It was a Krusty the Clown episode. I liked all the Sideshow Bob ones too, but yeah, I'd have to say I can't remember the premise, but I remember Krusty the Clown was in trouble, and I like that.
Let's see. One with Kevy thing. Hope you're doing okay, Doc. Very nice of you to say.
Thank you. I'm doing okay. Thank you.
Here's another funny question. I don't know how you'll answer this one, Route, though. Future Squash, Square Hammer or Rats?
Oh, wow. I'll go with Rats, but man, that's a tough one.
Yeah, to me, it's very simple. I think Square Hammer sucks cock. Rats
Oh, I
all day
love
long.
Square Hammer.
Rats fucking rules. Square Hammer sucks. Fucking Ghost fucking compared to like other fucking band like fucking Uncle Acid, fucking Ghost, fucking it's goddamn fucking baby metal.
Shut up.
They're fucking terrible. It's fucking ABBA crap. So they have so much potential, but suck because they want to be on the fucking radio. Let's see, McSorley fan. If you guys got to replace the 7 guys from the movie Predator with any movie characters of your choice, which 7 would you choose?
I don't
Fuck you.
get
That's
that question.
Yeah, that requires way too much thinking. RMCP. Fuck that. Predator's perfect the way it is. Connor Stratton. Dawn of the Dead remake was shot in my neighborhood. The hospital was in the first scene. Is actually a library. Awesome.
Nice.
Scoop Mids. Favorite AC/DC riff?
Down Payment Blues.
Man, that's fucking hard for me. I don't know how to answer. And you know what's so weird is the one I can't answer would be the Bon Scott era. Of the Brian Johnson era, Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution.
Oh, Brian Johnson era, I would say Landslide. No, This Means War.
Wow. Wow. You're going to blow up your video. Holy shit.
Yeah, for the greatest riff. Not the greatest song, but the greatest riff.
All right. Hannah Montana, were you fans of Dee Snider's solo albums?
I liked For the Love of Metal side 1. Side 2 was terrible. Side 2 he was trying to be like modern metal.
Yeah.
And the second one suffered the same thing. There was some okay song. I thought the first one was better. But to me, the best thing Dee Snider did outside of Twisted Sister was
Widowmaker.
Cry for Pain by Widowmaker.
Yeah. I would concur with you. I don't think I made it through all of Dee Snider's solo albums. I think I jumped around not Widowmaker. Widowmaker, that shit fucking kicks ass. Thoughts on the show Trailer Park Boys?
I love
it. I've only seen clips. I've never seen an episode.
Oh, it's awesome. Ricky.
Even though there's a kid I work with, he says I look like one of the characters' fathers on the show. And I think it's some kind of an insult, but I don't know. I don't know the show.
Well, it's an awesome show. It's they kidnap Alex Lifeson. You should watch that episode. It's great.
Yeah, that sounds good. Scoop Mids, favorite song ever on a shitty album? Fire Still Burns by Twisted Sister for me.
Damn, that's a great pick. That would probably be my pick too. But
Wow,
I'll try to think.
That sounds like a great episode. We need to do an episode on that.
Best
songs
Ian,
on shitty albums.
Ian, somebody, and we got to give him credit for this. Somebody left, I think it was on the podcast page, on the Facebook page, that we should start, he gave some ideas, we should talk about discographies and other type of subjects instead of just album reviews,
Oh, no, well, if you remember, we were supposed to do it, and I think you had to cancel because, you had a lot of shit going on. But I wanted to do one that was most disappointed albums and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm all about doing shit like that,
Yeah.
So, God, favorite song on a shitty album?
I'm going to think of a song that is the only good song on the album, because even though Fire Still Burns is an excellent choice and it's a great song, it's my favorite song off Come Out and Play, There's a couple other songs I like off that album. So let me think while you think of what could be a song where I only like one song off that album. Give me a while.
Uh, yeah, see, that's hard for me. But even like, given that example, I would say, and because you said this, I'm like in Twister Sister mode. But I would say "Wake Up the Sleeping Giant" off of "Love Is for." But I don't know, fuck that. I love "Love Is for Suckers" too. I don't. That's one I'd have to think on, and I'm way too drunk to think on that. But I will
Oh,
say
I know one. I got
that's
one.
a great question. Go
I
ahead.
got one. Off a
Go ahead.
shitty album. The only good song off this album, "Jaded," off of Aerosmith's "Just Push
Yeah.
Play."
Never heard the album. And I will say that is a song I initially fucking hated, and now I love it.
Yeah, I love that song, but I've heard the album. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah. Kind of Strand says any Sideshow Bob episode is a winner. Purple Floyd says, have you heard of Vince Neil and Friends? It's a YouTube channel where they parody Vince Neil today and make Motley Crue lyrics more fast food oriented. No, I've not seen it.
Nah, I'm not interested. It's played
McSword,
out. The whole Vince Neil's fat. Okay, I get it.
yeah,
He's fat. All right. All right. You can't understand his lyrics. I mean, it's funny. Don't get me wrong. I saw the videos, Big Mac 103, all that shit, Kickstart My Heart. Yeah, it's funny, but it's kind of like Sinking Stanley. It's initially funny, then it's like, okay, you can stop already. You're beating that dead horse.
yeah. McSorley fan says Raw Deal or Cobra. That's real easy because I just watched Raw Deal for the first time since I saw it at the drive-in when it came out. Raw Deal fucking sucks.
Sucks hard.
Sucks hard. Cobra is so bad, it's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
I'm going with Cobra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Cobra is a stupid ass movie, but yeah. I'll tell you the
Yeah.
funny story about Cobra. When I saw it in the theater,
Yeah,
scene-
and I did too. I saw
I-
it in the theater.
dude, when I saw it in the theater, the scene where Cobra like jumps out of the municipal parking in the car from
Yeah.
like the second floor, this old lady in front of me said, "That's it," and she left.
Nice. Let's see. Music fan says Closer to the Heart episode is my favorite episode of Trailer Park Boys. It's hilarious and great. Sebastian Bach also appeared on the show as well. I need to check it out.
He was he was like selling them drugs.
I love Canadian shit. Fucking Degrassi High all the way. Let's see. Future Squash. Greatest song on Rainbow's Long Live Rock and Roll.
Gates of Babylon easily.
Oh, no. 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 I would say it's a toss-up between the Led Zeppelin ripoff, Lady of the Lake, and Rainbow Eyes. I think
Gates of Babylon for me all the way.
Yeah, I think that's overrated. That shit belongs on Rainbow Rising.
It should. It's amazing. Like
M. Wilson says, best song on a bad album, Under Pressure on Hot Space. Great example.
There's another song on Hot Space I like, though. I can't remember.
No, there's not. No, there's not.
No, I'm saying I like.
No, you don't. Most valuable vinyl record or memorabilia you own?
I own the original Iron Maiden Soundhouse tapes on vinyl.
Nice.
It goes for thousands of dollars online.
I would say I don't know. It's hard to say because it's funny because like I register shit on Discogs, and I have an original Alice Cooper Muscle of Love in the cardboard box and everything, and all the shit that comes with it. I don't know how much that's worth, but I know a valuable piece of memorabilia that people have offered me a lot of money for is I have. Rather, remember the 80s, you would go into video stores and they have like the standees and shit for movies?
Yeah.
I have one for Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. That's in amazing condition. And there's people that would pay high money for that, and I'm stupid, so I don't sell it. Let's see. Purple Floyd says, I like the first 3 songs off of Sepultura's Roots. I don't like the rest. I like
Ugh,
those.
I hate that whole album.
Yeah. Music fan 108. Favorite Ramones song, 53rd and 3rd.
Oh man, either Commando.
Ooh, that's a great one.
I love Bonzo Goes to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'll go with Commando.
Nice. Well, that fits in nicely with our next question.
No. I changed my mind. To
Okay.
me, the greatest Ramones song is Teenage Lobotomy.
Good song. Great song. Gay ass Mark Daly wants to know, I got a better Stallone versus Arnold matchup. Commando versus Cobra. Commando.
Commando.
Yep.
Bennett.
Scoop Mids. Thoughts on bands like Husker Du and Replacements. Like them. Don't love them. But they both have amazing songs and, great fucking songwriters. I mean, Husker Du has Bob Mould, who's a fucking amazing songwriter, and the Replacements have fucking Paul Westerberg. Great songwriters, but overall, I'd rather listen to fucking metal. Ralph, do you know either of those bands?
I know that Anthrax covered a Husker Du song called Celebrating Summer, and that shit was horrible. That's all I can say. So I didn't hear the original Husker Du version, but I heard a cover and it sucked.
All right. Music fan 108. Favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? Hands down, Conan the Barbarian.
Me, the first Terminator. Conan is a very close second, though, I gotta say.
Yeah,
But
you
the
can't
first
go wrong
Terminator.
with either one. But what I love is, Ralph, we both agree that everybody else can suck a dick. The greatest Terminator movie is the first one.
The only Terminator movie is the first one.
Thank you. And even though I worked on Terminator Genesis as an electrician, and I got fucking mean mugged by Schwarzenegger for telling him to move, that movie sucked. Best thing about making that movie was hanging out with J.K. Simmons. He was fucking cool as fuck. Real nice guy.
Every movie after Terminator is Disney Terminator.
Yeah. It's Nickelodeon Terminator.
It's Testament Terminator.
Hold on. I got to switch my headphones. Hold on a second. Give me a second.
What are you doing?
Hey, can you hear me, Ralph?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
What's going on? I think Ian's gone. What the hell, man? I think we've been on for like 3 hours. Ian, I can't hear you.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, there we go. All right, hold on. I got to go back to the Facebook page here. All right. Why would Ace Frehley be calling, asking when the next Thrash or Die show is? I don't understand that.
I don't understand that at all.
Yeah.
There's not going to be no Thrash or Die shows.
All right. Favorite warrior from the movie The Warriors?
Oh,
Mm, that's interesting.
I'd have to go with the Swan, the main guy.
Yeah, yeah. You kind of got to go. Followed closely, uh, by what was the one who got killed in the beginning because the Warriors shot Cyrus. I liked him, even though it was brief. Like you could tell, he was holding down his shit.
And
Uh,
you know who my favorite gang was in the Warriors, even though they didn't do much, was the Baseball Furies.
oh fuck yeah, baseball
They look
furies.
they look so fucking cool.
They were like Kiss but cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bucket list artist you haven't seen yet. Ooh.
Well, it's never gonna happen now, but my main bucket list forever was Frank Marino. Then in 2020, I bought tickets to go see him in Philadelphia, and it got canceled because of COVID. And then a year later, Frank announced that he's got these health issues he doesn't want to talk about, but it cripples his playing. He can't play anymore. So yeah,
That
that's a
sucks.
bucket list band I never saw. And shit, now it's like these new bands. My bucket list bands now is like Thriller. You know, that's definitely a bucket list band I would love to see.
Hard to say.
And Tail Gunner. Tail Gunner's another bucket list band I'd love to see.
I've never seen Paul McCartney. I would have loved to see Paul McCartney.
Oh God, I've seen him so many times. That is something that you really missed out on. Because that old guy would go up there for 3 hours, man.
Yeah. In your opinion, is it? This is gay ass Mark Daly. In your opinion, is it too late to make a third Conan movie with Arnold? Depends on the script
Yeah, I don't
and the
know.
director. I think you could do. I mean, what they've teased about for years is doing King Conan, where Conan is older anyway. Um, but if I learned anything from working on a Terminator movie, it's a stunt double doing everything anyway. Fucking Arnold doesn't do shit. They just CGI his head onto everything. Yeah, I mean the thing about the original was the script by Oliver Stone and the direction of John Milius. And then you see what happened with Conan the Destroyer. When you try to make it kid friendly and all that shit, it's all about the writing and the directing. They could do it, but is it advantageous for what Hollywood's going for nowadays? No. I mean, I think if you made a Conan movie that would make Conan fans happy, it's not what the majority cares about nowadays. You would need some like quick cut fucking TikTok fucking bullshit. New kids are figs. That's all I'm saying. In a bad way. Have you guys ever noticed Blackie Lawless completely ripped off the riff from God of Thunder in a later Wasp song called Shadow Man? Blackie Lawless rips off himself on everything. There hasn't been an original sounding fucking Wasp album since Last Command. I mean, not Last Command. Headless Children. It's all bullshit. Future Squash says Rebel in the FDG by Wasp or Holier Than Thou by Metallica.
Rebel and FDG.
God, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm going to give it to fucking Metallica. Rebel in the FDG, I think, is weak. It's a weak song on that album. Scoop. Ooh, this is a good one. Worst album you've ever heard by a band that you like. Self-titled Quiet Right with Paul Sorrentino is mine.
13.
13. I might go with, and this is just off the cuff thinking. I'm sure if, had time to fucking think about it more. I mean, like an obvious would be like fucking, any Van Halen with Sammy Hagar, but I don't even think that's a fair assessment. If you're looking at like an album from a band with like a lineup I care about and everything, maybe like Nostradamus by Priest, or fucking
Demolition.
I would. Oh God, I don't know. Demolition was so bad. We did that. We did a review for that, and I remember like when we did the review, I hated it even more than when I initially heard it. But I thought Nostradamus was pretty fucking shitty, and like I'll give Demolition a pass because it's like fucking scab version of Priest and everything. Like there's no excuse for Nostradamus to be as shitty as it was and as power metal as it was. But then again, how do you make power metal sound fucking cool? God.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Like Load or Reload would be a good example. Nostradamus. Fucking Book of Souls by Iron Maiden. Not one good fucking song on a fucking double album. A double album that has like 4 tracks, mind you. Because they're all fucking 2 days long. Fucking horrible shit. Let's see here. Scoop Mids, I saw Paul McCartney last year. You need to see me and you won't regret it. Yeah, I mean, if I have an opportunity, I'm going to go. Fucking, he's a Beatle, dude. He's like the Beatle. Can't see John Lennon. Future Squash. Have you guys listened to the last Riot album, Mean Streets? They now go under the name Riot 5. I haven't listened to it yet. I get like almost every new album and seldomly, unfortunately, find time to listen to it. Ralph might have listened to it. I don't know, because he's much more of a Riot fan than I am. I like the band, but I mean, he knows more of their discography. I mean,
What band?
Riot?
Oh yeah, I love me some Riot. There's a band called Riot 5.
Well, that's what we were talking about. I
love that last album they just released. Is really good.
Okay, that's what he's talking about. Mean Streets. You liked it?
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, I need to check it out. I like what I've heard of Riot. I just haven't heard a lot, but that album with fucking Swords and Tequila and all that, that's a fucking masterpiece.
Well, that's my favorite. That's nothing like Riot 5. That's good hard rock metal, and yeah, Fire Down Under is their best fucking album in my opinion.
All right, well, here's one for you. God damn it, I gotta pee again, man. I done broke the seal. But this is distinctly for you, Ralph, from Connor Stratton. Ralph, of all the Toto albums I've made you track by track, which is your favorite? And I will be right back.
I don't know if you asked for this one, Connor, but you know what? It's I can't remember the name of it. It's a blue album with one person on the album cover. And I'm sorry, I can't see your answer till Ian comes back. But I like that album. I believe it is the album after the album with Africa and Rosanna. So the album after that, I think. It's a blue album with one person, kind of a shadowy figure on the album cover. I like that one a lot. I'm not sure if you asked me to do that one. But there you go. I dig it. And I dig the song Africa. And I dig those albums you asked me to do. Good stuff, man. I dig me the Toto. When I was a little kid, I had the first album with that. You supply the night, baby. I'll supply the love. Man, what a killer voice that dude has. Well, I don't think he's in Toto anymore, but that's an awesome singer. So yeah, there you go. And I thank you, dude, for getting me into Toto, man. Dig me some Toto. So there you go. I hope that's the answer. It's satisfactory to you, my friend Connor Stratton, with his pretty girlfriend Trinity. They're from Canada.
Yeah, Trinity and Connor. Love those two. All right. What else we got going on here? Jesus Christ. Music fan 108. What do you prefer? The Big Mac from McDonald's or the Baconator from Wendy's?
I've never had the Baconator from Wendy's.
Wendy's nuts. I hate Wendy's. But the Baconator blows away the Big Mac now. Big Mac used to be good. McDonald's sucks now. I give my vote to the Baconator.
I haven't eaten at McDonald's in I don't know how long.
That shit's terrible. It's terrible food. Joseph Staub, Connor, I've been really getting into Toto lately. I've never really dived into their discography before, but someone sent me all 4 of their studio albums on CD for free. I've been loving it. Yeah, I mean it's gay rock, but it's cool. Mark Daly. Where the fuck did he go? Okay, Wadzilla, thank you for not picking Club Ninja as a crappy album because I really like that one. Club Ninja sucks. Not one good fucking song. It's I didn't even think about it. Yeah, that's why it wasn't on there because Club Ninja has no good songs.
I like Perfect Water.
Yeah, that song sucks. What they play live that my wife liked when we went? Dancing in the Ruins. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't care for that one.
Oh God, does that song suck? Brenda, is that your girlfriend?
Yes, Brenda, my girlfriend.
Brenda, the beautiful Brenda. Saw Paul McCartney in the 2000s. Most I ever paid to see a concert at the time. Worth every penny, I bet.
That's my girlfriend, man. She knows what's up. She went and saw McCartney. Unlike you poser.
Yeah, I like Brenda. Brenda always comes out here and corrects me, but she's nice about it. My wife is mean when she corrects me. Brenda's nice. Boombox Guru says Hydra. I don't know. What are you talking about? Fucking Captain America? What's going on here? Oh, Hydra. Oh, I gotcha. Hydra's the fucking Toto album. Hydra's the one with the blue.
Oh, that's the name of it, Hydra. Because I was asking while you were in the bathroom. I like that's the Toto album I like the most at the moment.
Okay. Brian Murphy. Wow, still going. Thoughts on Stevie Ray Vaughan? I like him. Not a huge fan, but I like him. Funny fact, I was actually supposed to be at Stevie Ray Vaughan's last show at God damn it. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank now. It's my favorite venue in the world. Alpine Valley, Wisconsin. I was supposed to be at that show, but I decided not to skip school. I was like, it was Eric Clapton, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Robert Cray. And I was like, I'll go, I'll catch Clapton the next time. Should have went. Ralph, you don't like the blues, so you're probably not a huge Stevie Ray Vaughan fan.
No, but I will say the instrumental version of Little Wayne he did was great.
Yeah.
Great player. It's just that type of music is not in my wheelhouse.
Gotcha. Connor Stratton says that's the second one. No, I didn't ask for that one, but it's great too. You must be talking about fucking Toto.
Hydra.
Oh, yeah. Brian Murphy saw McCartney twice. Amazing both shows. Fuck all y'all with your awesome fucking goddamn
I
Paul
saw
McCartney.
McCartney. Let me think. I'll tell you the man, this shit was so cool. My friend Milo, still my buddy Milo, went and bought McCartney tickets for me and him because I was working or some shit. And he went to buy tickets for me and him. And right when he bought the tickets, they sold out. And he's at the front window when it sold out. And, he got nosebleeds. But right when it sold out, the guy said, "Oh, he just added a date. You want front row?" I was like, "Get me 2." So I had front row seats for Flower in the Dirt tour.
Oh, wow.
And during Let It Be, Paul McCartney pointed at me. His piano came above me, and he's like,
wow.
I was like, and he's like, and I'm like, Paul McCartney doesn't know this, but he's pointing at a guy that was born exactly 1 year to the day. February 9th, 1965 is the day I was born. February 9th, 1964 is when the Beatles played Ed Sullivan. So he pointed at a guy that was born the day after he played, the year after he played. So I saw those. Then I saw the Nosebleeds tour, the same show. Then I saw him in Orlando. Then I saw him at Joe Robbie Stadium with the Guns N' Roses girl. And then the last time I saw him was at wherever the hell the Miami Heat play, that place.
Yeah.
So I saw him 5 times. But he came here one more time after that. But I wasn't paying no $2,000 for nosebleeds because he played the Hard Rock, the little venue.
Yeah.
You know, where the cheapest seats, still great seats, you can see it well, but $2,000, fuck you.
Yeah.
And he played my favorite McCartney solo song, which I'd never seen him play before, Junior's Farm, that night.
That's your favorite?
My favorite solo.
Okay.
Junior's Farm, yes.
Yeah. You know what's funny is like the greatest review I ever saw of a Paul McCartney concert was the guy posted online was Jesus Christ, and he saw Paul McCartney on the Spies Like Us tour and said he didn't play any horrible George Harrison solo songs. And I thought that was a great review. Made me want to go see him.
Unfortunately, the last time I saw him, he played Something, which is a George Harrison song I love, but McCartney played on his little mandolin guitar. Something in the way. I was like, yeah, I can do without that.
Yeah, I hear you. All right. Scoop Mines says, we don't have Wendy's in Australia. We have Burger King, but it's called Hungry Jack's for some reason. Burger King, the best burgers. Well, other than fucking Whataburger. Whataburger's the best.
Five Guys.
I haven't heard that. I've heard mixed things.
Five Guys is damn good.
I heard it's not worth the money that they charge. Future Squash, are you aware of a band called Merciless Law?
Nope.
Nope. Brian Murphy, Allman Brothers or Doobie Brothers?
Allman Brothers.
Yeah, Allman Brothers. I like the Doobie Brothers too, but Allman Brothers.
Live at the Fillmore. What a great lineup.
Ooh, that's smoking.
That long-ass version of Whipping Post. Holy
yeah, it's like 28 minutes. Oh, it's fucking amazing. Scoop Mines, isn't it weird that 80 King Diamond had more followers than Merciful Fate? Merciful Fate than Merciful Fate now.
What? What did he say at the end?
I don't fucking know. I think what he's saying is it weird that King Diamond had more? Isn't it weird that 80 King Diamond had more members of Merciful Fate than Merciful Fate does now? Oh, I get what he's saying. That there was more Merciful Fate members in King Diamond than what's in Merciful Fate now. I get it.
Yeah, because it's only Hank Sherman now. Back then they had Jimmy Grabber, they had Michael Denner.
Yeah.
Yeah, three members. I saw the Abigail tour with the 3 members. That's as close as I got. No. Actually, I saw In the Shadows tour where Michael Denner was there too.
Yeah. Michael Denner they need to bring him back.
Of course they do.
I love Mike Weed. Don't get me wrong. Mike Weed's good, but they need Michael Denner.
They need the guy that played on the historic 80s Merciful Fate album.
Music fan, thoughts on power pop band The Romantics? I love The Romantics.
I saw them live once.
Were they any good?
Yeah, it was fun. I only like the 2 hits though. Honestly, I own the album In Heat. I own it. I only like Talking in Your Sleep. That's the only song I like off that album. And I like something. What I like about you.
I'm so burned out on that fucking song, but I love Talking in Your Sleep. Talking in Your Sleep's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I love that song.
I love the jangly guitar on that. And I attribute that to, and I don't think he gets enough credit, but Andy Summers. Andy Summers' guitar playing affected so many bands in the fucking early 80s with that jangly fucking weird sound. and it's all about the fucking police. But that's a great fucking track. Boombox Guru. Do you guys know punk metal band Brats that later became Merciful Fate?
Yeah, I own Bratz. I own it on vinyl.
Okay. Mark Daly says, "Hey Ralph, did you write the lyrics for your Calling Dr. Fuck? By the way, that's an awesome song. Who the fuck do you think wrote those songs, you dumb nuts?"
Ian wrote that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Ian writes my songs.
Yeah, if I did, they'd be funnier.
Well,
but not
thank
as
you.
good.
Thank you for. I'm glad you.
Scoop Mids. Ooh, this is a tough one. This is a fucking tough one. George Lynch or Warren DeMartini? Ooh.
Yeah, I know who I'm going with, but yeah, that is a tough one. I will agree. And I got to go with DeMartini. And the only reason I'm going with DeMartini is because of that "Lay It Down" riff.
Oh. I don't know. Questions like that make my fucking head explode. And I kind of feel for you, Ralph. Like when I see some of the albums that you have to go, like, track for track on, like most of the track by tracks, it's like, okay, clear winner. But sometimes you have ones where I'm like, oh my God, how the fuck do you choose that shit?
Yeah, it's like I just did Ride the Lightning versus Master of Puppets. It's like,
right.
Bro, Trapped Under Ice versus Disposable Heroes.
Right.
That's tough. I went with Disposable Heroes, but that's tough. But Escape versus Leper Messiah, I went with Escape.
Wow.
And I love Leper Messiah, but I like Escape more.
Wow. No, and that's the funny thing I will say about your track by tracks. I think that makes it really challenging is sometimes you can see an album where you think clearly one is better than the other, but it's all about the track that goes versus the other track.
Luck of the draw.
Yeah, that could be a fucking game changer. I don't know how to answer this though. George Lynch versus DeMartini. I mean, my three favorite guitar players from the 80s, because I consider Eddie Van Halen 70s. Because, 78, 79, Van Halen 1 and 2. And all these other guys, I think, they came, in my opinion, they came after Eddie Van Halen. But my three favorite guitar players from the 80s are George Lynch, Warren DeMartini, and Jakey Lee. Oh my God. I don't know. There's part of me that says DeMartini, but God damn it, I love George Lynch. That's a great fucking question, man. You got me there. I don't know. DeMartini, I don't know. Lynch, you could ask me that question every 5 minutes and I'll give you a fucking different answer. That shit's good. Loudness or Bow Wow? Do you mean Bow Wow Wow? Like I Want Candy?
No, Bow Wow is this Japanese band. I go.
Oh, okay. Okay, so is Loudness. They both suck.
Loudness is my pick.
Yeah, not a big fan of Loudness.
I love Loudness.
Yeah, not a big fan. And what was the other one that sucked? The one Gene Simmons was produced, XYZ or what was the other fucking?
Oh, that's an awesome band, EZO.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I love that fucking album Gene did, that self-title, Flashback, Heart Attack, Destroyer. That's an amazing album.
Yeah, you can have that shit. Favorite Badlands song. Ooh, that's a tough one. I really love me some Badlands. But maybe got to go with High Wire.
Yeah, for me, it'd either be High Wire or Rumbling Train.
Ooh, Rumbling Train, great song.
But you know what? I like Voodoo Highway more than the first album.
They're about what for me. I think Voodoo Highway is very underrated. The one I need to listen to, I've still never heard all the way through, is Dusk. What do you think of that one?
I don't like it. A lot of people love it, though. You might like it. A lot of people love it. It's a fucking unfinished album. These songs.
I know it's kind of hard to judge. But goddamn, I really do love Voodoo Highway, and I'm not a big James Taylor fan, but I love their cover of Fire and Rain.
Amazing.
And I think the story's funny about how Jakey Lee wanted to do Fire and Rain by Free, and fucking
no. That's not the story again.
no, I thought that's what he wanted to do, and then what's his name, AIDS boy, thought he meant the James Taylor song and started singing that.
No. What it was a guy that worked for the record company suggested them to do Fire and Rain from Free, but he told them Fire and Water. That's the name of James Taylor's song, right?
No, Fire. I've seen Fire and I've seen Rain. James Taylor.
Yeah, that he didn't suggest that song. He suggested the Free song, and then they recorded the James Taylor song. And then
okay.
No, he said that's not the song I wanted you to record. But then he goes, but damn, man, you guys did such a great version of that song.
Oh, okay. Well, I heard it wrong then. Interesting. Either way, great fucking song. Music fan, favorite Police album.
And that's even tougher than George Lynch and Martini for me. I know which one I'll pick, but it's so hard.
Yeah, that's a hard. Well, what's easy for me to say is the two that it's not. My two least favorite are Ghost in the Machine and Synchronicity. But as far as favorite, man, the first three I love so much, but probably I'm going to go with Regatta de Blanc.
Yep, that's the one I'll go barely because that first album is so close to it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the third album has Driven to Tears, which is one of the greatest ever.
Oh, and I love, man, the way that goes when the world when the world is running down, that fucking bass. Oh my God, it's so good.
That was an amazing band.
But that's the funny thing is, just shows you how out of touch I am. I would say without a doubt, my least favorite is Synchronicity, and that's their biggest,
Yeah, that's my least favorite too, and I like it.
No, I mean the songs that are good, but it's just, to me, that there was a huge drop off with Ghost in the Machine, and I like a lot on Ghost in the Machine, but there's a big drop off. But even more so with Synchronicity. Like I don't give a fuck about Tea in the Sahara.
Ghost in the Machine was a dark album.
Yeah, I mean there's some good shit on there.
I love Invisible Sun. I love it.
Yeah. See, I'm not a huge fan of that song.
I love
what's funny is, like, on both Ghost in the Machine and Synchronicity, I think the B songs of the singles are a lot better than most of the songs that made the album.
I was gonna say, I think the best song from Synchronicity is Murder by Numbers.
Yeah, which a lot of people now, because now if you buy it, they add it. But that wasn't on the original album. That was a B-side. And oh my God. And what I don't get is on Synchronicity, Mother made the fucking album, which
that song sucks.
It's horrible. But what's the other song that was a B-side? And it's about his divorce. And it's a really good fucking song. I'm having a total fucking brain fart. But it's a great fucking Andy Summers song. And it's probably the best Andy Summers song, but the one that makes the album is the worst Andy Summers song, It's like, what the fuck? But yeah, Regatta de Blanc. Let's see, Counter Strat. Happy to announce to you guys your favorite Canadian Gen Z couple will be in Nashville next year. It's about fucking time.
Right on.
I can't wait to meet these two. Trinity, it was, I think, like the year of COVID, she reached out to me and she was going to surprise Connor. She's like, don't say anything to Connor, but she's like, we're not 21 yet. Can we get a hotel in the States and everything? And, it was so cute. And I was like, I'll do whatever, to get you guys I'll sign my name for you guys to get a hotel room or whatever because I love those two. Uh, can't wait to meet them. Fucking Connor and fucking Trinity are so awesome, and what they've done with their lives and their careers, I'm so proud of them. They're just fucking amazing. So yeah, I can't wait to see them.
Hell yeah.
Mark Daly says one of my favorite Badlands songs is their ballad "In a Dream." Yeah, that's because you're a fag.
No, I love that song.
It's
Did
all
you know?
right.
Did you
It's not my
know?
favorite though.
Did you know somebody went on American Idol and sung that?
Yeah, yeah, and I'm like really out of all the goddamn songs.
I
You should have
love
went
it.
on.
I love it.
Yeah,
Man.
you should have done "Dreams in the Dark."
I love it.
Uh, okay. Here's an interesting one. Hannah Montana. Rank these later Motorhead albums: Inferno, The World Is Yours, Aftershock, and Bad Magic.
All right.
Would you?
Inferno, I'd put number 1. Bad Magic, number 2. Aftershock, number 3. And The World Is Yours is number 4. By the way, they're all great albums.
Wow. Wow. Do we have a difference of opinion? God damn. I would put Inferno number 4. Bad Magic number 3. And now it's between World Is Yours and Aftershock. Huh. Wow. That's a tough one. World Is Yours number 2, Aftershock number 1. Scooped Minds. What about early Police songs like Fallout and Nothing Achieving? Love them both.
Yeah, man. I have that message in the box, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I do too.
Dead End Job.
Yeah, all that shit's fucking amazing.
Those early first album, those are some badass songs.
And I've said it before, and I'll say it again because I think it's like the perfect comment ever. Is and I can never. I think it was Andy Summers who said it, but it might have been Stuart Copeland. But they said, Sting would write these pussy love songs, and Stuart and I, or whatever, Andy and I, would policify them. And I think that is a perfect analogy because Sting has released some good solo songs, but they're just weak. You know what I mean? It's like a well-written song, but the delivery is limp-wristed. Where if the police got a hold of him, it would be amazing. And I think it sucks that Sting's going out on tour now with a new 3-piece. It's just him, a drummer, and a guitar player. It's like, go out with the fucking Police, you fucking asshole. You're not going to find a better fucking drummer and guitar player than fucking Stuart Copeland and Andy Summers. Do another Police tour. And I'm mostly pissed because I didn't get to see the Police on the reunion tour. But it's like
the Synchronicity tour at the Orange Bowl.
How was it? Because here's the weird thing. I've seen and I have some Police recordings that I didn't think that were that great. I felt like the songs were played too fast and the arrangements were changed too much. Did you like them when you saw them?
I thought it was fucking amazing. I will tell
cool.
you this though, man. I remember I was a young little kid on their second tour. Regatta de Blanco played the Guzman Center in Miami, right? And I wanted to go so bad, but I had a bunch of metalhead friends. They didn't like the Police. I was the only one that liked the Police, and Devo played the same place. I wanted to see Devo. I couldn't. Anyway, I recently saw on YouTube a pro shot of the Police at the Guzman Center, the show I wanted to go to. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
And my God, what a fucking performance, man.
Oh, it was good? Nice.
Amazing.
Nice.
Wow.
Here's an interesting one that I can't answer 100% honestly, but worst AC/DC song.
Let me think. I'm sure I can find one.
Yeah. My initial answer would be, what's the horrible song off of Thunderstruck or Razor's Edge? What's
Money talks.
Money Talks?
Yeah.
That would be my initial like, oh my god, it's so bad. But I know there's, like I really haven't liked much after Ball Breaker. I do like Power Up better than all that, but man, all those other ones like Stiff Upper Lip and fucking Black Ice and fucking Rock or Bust. But I think Money Talks is like so bad and so overplayed.
Yeah, that definitely would be my pick. I mean, that or Thunderstruck. I hate Thunderstruck.
Oh, I love Thunderstruck.
I
love
hate
it.
that fucking song. I think Brian
Love
Johnson sounds like total ass. He's what disturbs me about that song.
Love it.
Texas, oh, Texas.
Let's see. Scoop Mind says my favorite Police album is where'd it go now? Is the first one, but my favorite song of theirs is King of Pain, a song that means a lot to me. I know I'm gay. Well, everybody knows you're gay, Scoop Mids. But my favorite on Synchronicity would be Wrapped Around Your Finger. If you're not counting Murder by Numbers.
Yeah,
If
Murder by Numbers is mine, man.
Yeah, but I love, oh my God, do I love Wrapped Around Your Finger.
I love Synchronicity, man.
Oh, that's a great, I love them both, 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2. They're both great, especially 1, though. I love 1 even more, but I love 2.
Yeah. Here's an interesting question, but I think it's so like really. Hannah Montana says Alice Cooper's Brutal Planet or Alice in Chains Dirt.
I mean Dirt, but man, I love Brutal Planet.
I like Brutal Planet too, but it's nowhere near Dirt. I mean, Dirt is just a fucking masterpiece. Alice Cooper's Brutal Planet, I like it. It's good for latter day Cooper, but Alice in Chains Dirt is an album that most albums should be judged by. It's just that fucking good. Brian Murphy says best 80s Cheap Trick album. I say All Shook Up, but it's really close with Next Position, Please.
Yeah, totally All Shook Up for me.
Yeah, All Shook Up for me too.
I love The Doctor, by the way.
The Doctor sucks.
I
Oh my
love
God, that album sucks. That sucks. Do you like The Doctor better than Lap of Luxury?
No.
Okay. Well, would you agree that The Doctor is the worst Cheap Trick album of the 80s?
No, man. Standing on the Edge, easily.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
That to me is the worst Cheap Trick album, period. But a lot of people love it, and a lot of people think The Doctor's the worst. But no. The Doctor, to me, believe me, I bought The Doctor when it was brand new. I went into some store, and it was brand new. It was $3. They were just giving it away because it bombed so bad. I took it home. I played it. I fucking hated it. I was like, this is garbage. But man, through the years, I had to listen to it, to study it, to do a review. And I was like, it is a weird album. But you know what? It's like the last time Rick Nielsen was really bizarre. Because if you listen to early Cheap Trick, the guy was like a mad genius. He was insane with his, children shouldn't stay in high school and, songs like that, the Ballad of TV Violence. He was just weird. And he brought out a lot of that weird in The Doctor, but The Doctor was very keyboard laden. There's some songs I don't like off it, but man, I love the ballad Take Me to the Top is awesome. I love It's Only Love. It's a good song. The first song, It's Up to You. I love it, man. I love The Doctor, the song The Doctor, but I used to not like it. It's grown on me. And believe me, I have tried. And a shout out to a podcast I was on not too long ago, Black Spinner Circle with Al Horta and Andy Rodriguez. And we did an episode of Standing on the Edge versus The Doctor, and Eddie Catastracci joined us too. It was a good episode. Nice. It was fun. But
Nice.
yeah, I love The Doctor. I know it's a much hated album, but man, I'll put it above. I'll put it above Busted. I'll put it above Special
Ooh.
One. I put it
Yeah.
above Standing on the Edge. I wouldn't put it above One on One or Next Position, Please. But it's right there with them, I think.
All right. I will say right now, we're going on like 3 hours or so, and I got to get off of here.
All right.
But we've got 4 questions left, so Scoop Mid's got the last one in. No more new questions. We enjoyed this. We'll do this again in the future. But for the last 4 questions, Scoop Mid says, thoughts on early Ministry when they were synth pop, they opened up for the Police and Depeche Mode. I absolutely love With Sympathy. I'm so jealous of Ralph when he saw him with Rob Zombie. They played, the song I want to hear. Ralph said it was his least favorite song of the evening, and it's like that's the one I wanted to hear the most. So I love synth pop Ministry. I know they're getting ready to release a re-recording of that. We'll see how I feel about it. I mean, I'm open to it. But to me, it's like I think it's perfect the way it is. I know fucking Al hates it. He said it was record label, pushing him to do this kind of shit when it wasn't really what he was. But whatever. I love it. I know Ralph is not a big fan.
I only like The Land of Milk and Honey. I like Mine is a Terrible Thing to Taste, and my favorite, Psalm 69.
All right.
That's it.
Music fan says Thunderstruck is the most overrated AC/DC of all time. I never got the hype for that song. Ralph would agree with you. Yeah, I dig it. Music fan also says best Dokken album from 2000 to present. None of them. I think they all suck.
Yeah, I like the last one. I thought it was all right.
Yeah, I didn't care for it. Sorry, no fucking Lynch, no deal. And the last question, or is this a comment? I don't know. Scoop Mind says, I used the tip Ralph gave about getting Rick Nielsen picks when they play Dream Police and got one a few months back. Thanks, Ralph. What was your tip?
Right on. Yeah, like, when he plays Dream Police, he comes out with a handful of picks and he does that, I try to sleep, they're wide awake, they won't let me.
Yeah.
Then after that, when he goes into the solo, he does a little bit of solo, and then he throws a handful of picks into the audience in the center. Then he walks to the side, he grabs a handful again, and he goes to the right, and then he grabs another handful, goes to the left. Just stay in the front, man. You'll get a pick.
Okay. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, this was a fun fucking show. Happy about the turnout. Wish we had even more. Maybe we should have gave more, advance notice. But fuck it, man. These things are spontaneous, and we have fun. We've been on a roll lately.
Last week we talked about doing a live show this week.
Okay, well then there's no excuses. Our fans suck. But no, man, a lot of fun. We're going to do more of these in the future. They're fun. They're easy to do. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We've been on a roll lately, man. We've been putting out content after content after content.
Dude, I think we've been on for almost 4 hours.
Is it 4 hours? It might be. Yeah, you're right. You're right. 4 hours. So, goddamn, that's a lot of entertainment, you motherfuckers. Brenda says, awesome show, guys. You're biased because you sleep with my co-host.
She's awesome, and I adore the fuck out of her.
She is. Hey, you take care of my boy. That means the world to me. So, cheers to you, Brenda.
You're the best.
All right. Well, next week, we'll be back with something. Who knows what the fuck it's going to be? We don't even know yet, but God damn it, we'll be here.
It'll be, hey, man, I'll tell you right now, let's throw out, maybe a discography or albums we're disappointed in, something other than an album review.
Yeah, maybe somebody put up a poll on the Facebook page or something,
Of what you want us to do next. Let's see.
Yeah, a non-review episode. And that's a double-edged sword because sometimes that's something that could make us like fucking really have to study our ass off. But fuck it, it's nice to change it up. Hey, we've done like
I want the title of next week's episode to be called "Paul Stanley is a Holocaust Denier."
Awesome. Sounds good to me. So like Paul Stanley's a Holocaust denier, and Ace Frehley will suck you off, but not if you're circumcised because he hates Jews.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
a long title. I hope that all fits.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll all fit in Ace Frehley's mouth. That's for goddamn sure.
And his ass.
Hey, call the nurse. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for a fun show. Had a real good fucking time.
Good night, Brenda, and good night, everybody else.
We'll see you next week.
Oh my God.
What he said. Bye.